Well, hello everyone. How's it going? Happy Friday. It's finally here, and it's also the last Friday of the month, which means I get to come on here and look at a bunch of cool pics, and then you guys say how cool they are too. That's it. That's what we do. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. You guys are wonderful, and I'm so incredibly fortunate to have you guys. Like, I can't even begin to explain to you how crazy it has been. Tanner, how's it going? Kill All, that's a pretty rough name, but I'm still happy you're here. Tanner, I clicked on you twice. Juan, sup, Juan? Beast collects, let's go. And we got Krieg's TPS, and it's all started with a click. Thank you for coming in. Jester is here. Frameworks, hello everybody. Thank you so much. Seriously, like, I was thinking about this like 10 minutes ago. I was just thinking, so this channel has far surpassed ever my craziest expectations, and I'm so lucky and happy and grateful. Thank you to you guys. But I was thinking, so last month I talked about 100,000 subscribers, and now it's at 125,000, which is absolutely outrageous. It's outrageous. But like, I'm thinking like, okay, I've reached 100, and then 125, that's 25% more in just a month. Like, 25% of the entire YouTube career has just popped in again in a month. Makes no sense. So I'm just so grateful, and thank you guys. Thank you everyone so much. So my plan was to have a big 100,000 giveaway stream, celebratory stream, and that is still my plan. And I'm planning on doing it next week. There are a couple things that caused some delays. Thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you Tanner. Thank you Ladonde, Nilla. Thank you guys. Thank you. But my plan is to have that next week. So I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff to give away. Last time I did a 40K stream where I gave away a hot toy, but no hot toy this time, but a bunch of other stuff, like a bunch of Mayfex figures, some super sought after other figures, lots of figures, lots of stuff. And it'll be more of a 125K stream via Raj. So hope you are excited. Please be excited for it, and it'll be a great time. So hopefully next Friday that'll be the case. If not, the following Friday. So yeah, that's the plan. All right. Anyway, this month, the theme for this challenge was jar. Hey, Stubbs, I miss you, buddy. It's good to see you. Stubbs. It is genuinely good to see you in here. Hope everything is going well. But this month's theme was jar. Sirdork jar. Yes, what a weird theme. Well, that was weird. Themes are fun, right? So at the end of this stream, I actually haven't decided on next month's challenge theme yet. I have nothing thought of. So what the plan is, at the end of the stream, we will all decide it together. So I'm just going to throw out like, hey, give me some ideas. I'll take the top 4 ideas that I think are cool from you guys, and then I'll do a poll, and then we'll all choose the theme for next month, for Halloween, for October next month. So that'll be really cool. So make sure you stick around to the end. It might be a long one. Who knows? Sometimes they are long, but hey, or just come back later on and we'll decide. So it'll be really cool, right, Silver? Awesome. Yeah. Hey, Angelique. Does sound cool. Cool. All right. So let's talk about how does one enter and be a part of this stream. Well, hang on. Well, wait, is this better? Kind of like this better. So this was my entry to the jar challenge. And to be honest, I was kind of struggling. I was like, wait, I made up this jar theme. Now I don't know what to do. Like I kind of put myself into a corner. So I'm sorry, you guys. But this was my idea. Piccolo jumping out of a pickle jar. Real funny, right? How hilarious is that? And yes, I did use real pickle juice to achieve this this photo, but it was a lot of fun. I love doing shots like this, so it was great. But I did clean up. I don't think the figures smell like pickles anymore. I don't think. But so this was my shot. And so basically, set it up on my table, stuck them up there, and I used an ice cube to drop in there and make the splash. Ice cubes are great for dropping in and getting splashes. That's usually what I JMG. It was I put myself into the corner. Thank you, Davebot. And so yeah, this was the shot. And so, how to get your photo featured on the Sirdork live show this month's reaction stream, which is today, 9/27/2024, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Link in bio, or right here. And so, to enter the theme, which is jar, the first rule is to incorporate a real jar into your toy photo. Any kind of jar. And yes, you can use jar, but there still has to be a jar as well. And so post your photo on Instagram using Sirdork jar. And yes, it does have to be Instagram. It's the best way for me to kind of compile and put everything in one place so then this kind of stream can still happen. And if you don't have Instagram, I would just recommend just making one. It is the #1 place for the toy photography community, at least. YouTube's got tons of great toy stuff and toy photography, and everywhere it does, really. But I would say the vast majority of toy photographers kind of exist on Instagram, I would say. So yeah, hey Pi, thanks for coming in. So post your photo on Instagram using #SirdorkJar. Tag me in your photo. So important. And I don't just mean put the @ do the full-on tag, or Instagram will hide it in the hashtag. Who knows what Instagram will do? So it's very important to make sure you tag me in it, because it goes into my tag photos and it gets sent to me. I get notified, so I can't miss it. And so it must be a newly posted photo. Can't just go and slap. Oh, you know what? I did a jar photo 3 months ago. I'll just slap the hashtag. The whole point is to get your creative juices going and take a new shot. Whole point. It's a challenge. It's supposed to be challenging. And then your account must be public. If it's not, unfortunately, I won't really be able to see it. Right, Dan? Dan knows, right? Dan, Action Figures Man? You know what's up. And so the deadline is 5 p.m. today, so 2 hours ago. So if you posted your photo, 10 minutes ago, unfortunately, it was too late. It takes me a while to compile and everything. I need those 2 hours to make sure I get everything going. Anti-adulting, you got to get those creative pickle juices going. Everyone, got to get those creative pickle juices. Anyway, and then of course the top 100 photos will be featured on the live stream, and the top 100 photos are objectively chosen by my wife, sweetheart Harley. So, the best way to have them chosen is having some completely objective mind choosing them. Unless there's a way I can get Instagram to randomly just spit out 100 posts for me, I could do that. But this is the best way to do it for now. So that's it. And of course, you have to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You gotta make sure that. Fred, you were on time, my friend. You were on time. Don't you worry. So here we go. That's it. So what I can do, hang on, I'm going to pull up, before we get to the first 100, I have to pull up the photos taken and posted by The anyone who's a part of the membership under the Dork Master tier. So I have a little YouTube membership here going on, and I'm so incredibly grateful for anyone who is a part of that membership. I love you all. Thank you so much. And if you're at the Dork Master tier, your photo automatically gets shot up to the top. And so first, let's pull up them Dork Masters. So starting the night off, we have the talented, supportive, amazing Linda Toy Capture 2021. Linda, you got to update your name. It's 2024 now, unless you're keeping that 2021 as a timestamp. Like, I started this whole thing 2021. Actually, that's kind of a cool idea. Anyway, oh, my mom's here. Hi, Mom. And Aunt Celeste as well. Hi, Aunt Celeste. Thanks for watching. So please, everyone, make sure to say hi to my mom and send her some love in the chat. Please do, as you always do. That's why she comes in, because she knows she's going to get the love from everybody. That's why. So, Linda's got a fantastic shot. It says 3PO, how do you always manage to get yourself into a jam? I finally found the time to do some photography, so I decided to work on Jared's jar theme. Linda, it's been a while since I've seen some shots of yours, and I'm so happy to see it, and this is fantastic. And I love how willing you were to get your C-3PO figure covered in jam, and strawberry jam. I mean, 3PO gets himself into a jam all the time, and Luke is pulling him out, literally, out of the jam with the Force. And yeah, so good. And it is Smuckers. Smuckers is good. Turning a dad joke into a photo. Honestly, taking a pun, finding a funny pun that you like, and then turning an entire photo around it is so incredibly fun. It's so fun, and it's worked so well because everybody gets a chuckle. And Linda, you did this fantastically. You did so great. You got some jam on there. Hope you enjoyed the toast that's in there. And it's hilarious. So, Linda, wonderful, wonderful shot. Yeah, he'll need an oil bath now, and I'm sure he'll complain about it in there. Yes. Oh, yes. Sirdork Jar Ed. I guess that is kind of me. I wasn't thinking about that, but yes, Jarhead was a nickname my brothers gave me. Called me very often growing up, for sure. So the next one is from Phil Forehand, with still to this day, I have yet to meet or see any other toy photographer with a similar type of style as Phil does. So for Sirdork Jar, I decided to parody Peter Pan peanut butter. Brilliant. I couldn't find any of the real stuff, but I thought another kind would suffice for this. Peanut butter is erupting out of the jar and becoming the ocean. Wow, what a wonderful paradise. Can you imagine an ocean of peanut butter? I would jump right in. That sounds great. But that's kind of like brilliant. Peter Pan, and then doing a Peter Pan shot with why can't I think of her name? It's not Jenny. Is it? What is the? This happens anytime I'm doing a live or I'm on camera. I forget everything. What's the girl's name from Peter Pan? Jane? It starts with Wendy. Why was I'm thinking of Tarzan. Thank you, everyone. Yes, it's Wendy. And Phil is right here to help. Thank you, Phil. I think this is great. I absolutely love the concept. Is wonderful, Phil. Absolutely wonderful. And I'm also kind of surprised you weren't able to find Peter Pan peanut butter. I remember like 10 years ago, maybe more than that, there was some big recall on Peter Pan. Do you remember that? And like it was all had like salmonella or something. Hey, Ramon, how's it going, man? But this is fantastic. It's beautiful. I love the concept. Phil, you're amazing at what you do. So thank you so much as always. And Ape, thank you as well for the Wendy. And the next shot is from Plastic Arcade. My mom always said not to leave food out on the counter or you'll get ants or Ant-Mans. I had a lot of fun with this one. This image I had in mind for a while now. My introduced Sirdork Jar. How do I want to make, here we go. I want the photo to be bigger. This is so cool. Like, this is so smart. And it's true. If you leave your food out, you're gonna get ants, but you got ant-mans. This is just so brilliant. So brilliant. Such a great concept. It's so good. And the way Plastic Arcade accomplished this shot is incredible because yeah, we've got all these. This is one figure. So he set up all of the figures, a bunch of random figures in the different spots, and then took one. So then you could still have a proxy, a placeholder in each spot. So then you can still have the Ant-Man interacting the way he wanted, and making sure there's no overlap is so smart to have them there, and then just like take the Ant-Man part of the shot and add it in. So smart. And they'll have now having them there, like just having them all there, so that you can have that kind of that's just brilliant. And it came out so good. When you have a good idea and you have a good execution, you got that's all. That's the idea comes first, and when you can execute it, that's great. That guy, yes, it is amazing. Biscuit Dog. What is that profile picture? Hey, Draco. Yes, this is such a great one. Hey, Goji. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, this is so great. Plastic Arcade. Amazing work, man. FCV, I accidentally added you into the wrong thing. Well, you're getting a free spot, FCV, from in the Dork Master spot. But the Bad Batch had an assignment to collect sap for a client. Wrecker always had a competitive spirit. I wonder if that's real sap, and you're like you actually are like a maple syrup maker. If that's the case, then this is so incredibly cool. I mean, it is still incredibly cool. And I love, and look at all the little bottles filled with sap too. Look at how young Omega is. I'm so used to her being so adult-like now. Oh, nice! Wow, the background is completely composited. Wow, that looks really good. I agree. I'm such a huge Bad Batch fan. I agree. This is great. So FCV, fantastic work. Please let me know if you're actually like a sap collector for for collecting for maple syrup and stuff. That sounds really cool and really, really fascinating to me. So thank you for that. Next is from Northern Fred. Not sure why Grogu is making Groot get the candy. He could just use the Force. My submission for this month's Sirdork challenge. Man, Fred, do you always have a big jar of candy like this, or are you prepping this early for Halloween? I mean, I know Halloween candy's out on the shelves right now, but if you're to buy Halloween candy now, you're just going to be eating it until you got a month to go. Man, I wouldn't be able to have any type of discipline with that. And, excuse me, Fred, I absolutely adore all of the Grogu and Groot chronicles, and hey, Joe, thanks. We love you. Do what you got to do, man. But what are they watching on the screen too? I love how they're just a part of the house and they just live with you, and they're just like chilling out watching TV with you. Your photos feel so lived in, Fred, and I love that about it. But either way, the chronicles of Groot and Grogu are adorable, and they're so well done, and we appreciate them. Fred, you're amazing, man. Thank you as always, dude. And you were, in fact, on time, Northern Fred. Thank you, man. And next, this is from Nilla Gorilla. So happy Monday. This will be my submission to the Sirdork Jar Challenge. I used a Micro Machine, official Micro Machines, I've had since I was a kid. That's awesome. I bought an extra large jar and turned it sideways, added 3 terrarium plants, and arranged to make it look like a little forest, which it really does look like that. I took this outside, which helped the soft light and a couple yellow lights add to the sunset look. Sprayed atmosphere aerosol into the jar and the foggy effect. This is so incredibly cool and creative, Nilla. This is so cool. Like, you've got a little terrarium, and like, not only is it being lived in with the plants and the dirt and the forest, but you got little dudes driving trucks in it. Like, how like impressive of a terrarium could you possibly get? Like, this is so cool. And also, like, Jeremy, I always appreciate how each one of your shots has no bounds. Like, you don't stick to one thing, or you don't let one type of thing hold you back. You just do whatever the heck you want. And yeah, this is awesome. Yes, Lucian, this is a micro machine that he has had since he was a kid. Micro machine. Honestly, I want some more little tiny vehicles like that. I feel like that would work well with like kaiju stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is awesome, Nilla. Well done, dude. Like, I love this. I love this. Thank you for sending it, man. Next, we have Cole's Cave. Cole's Cave. First, Dork Master shot. No, Grogu, that's not food. I mean, my entry to the Sirdork Jar monthly challenge. Mando and Grogu are on a cold, frosty planet with freezing temperatures. They found a prison where various creatures are kept. This one they've come across, and Grogu is hungry. Honestly, just thinking about that little adventure with Mando and Grogu like fascinates me. I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. I'd like to see an episode where they travel somewhere and there's a bunch of creatures trapped in jars. That sounds fun. Like, I love that. It just makes me wonder about that adventure. I love that. And the shot is great. The way you have the creature from the Black Lagoon in the jar and lit and so crisp, the way you got him that way, like he's so incredibly crisp in there. Like, and the jar is lit. It's almost like he's glowing a little bit, you know? That was really well done. And they're both locking eyes, Grogu and the creature from the Black Lagoon. It's so great. And I'm sure if the creature from the Black Lagoon had some eggs in a jar, Grogu would eat them. He certainly would. I mean, he's close enough to a frog anyway, so I don't know. This is great. This is really great. I agree. Lots of LOLs in this one. Lots of LOLs. Like a trip to the zoo episode. Yeah, honestly, that sounds great, doesn't it? Def, how's it going, man? But yeah, Cole's Cave, awesome work. Really well done. And just a clean shot. Here we go. Very jarring. I'm ready for the puns. Keep them coming. Next is from Toy Immersion. Aaron. And Aaron, dude, you just keep continuing to blow my mind more and more. Like, your skills are just getting crazy. This is so good. This is my submission for the Sirdork Jar Challenge. For this shot, I made a radioactive spiders by filling mason jars with water, a drop of green paint, and plastic spiders from Michaels. The final image in the composition of 4 different photos. I shot each jar separately and composited them into the main shot with Spidey. Man, this is crazy. Okay, so first of all, look how beautiful the lighting and everything is in this photo. So here we go, filling up a jar, putting a little bit of green paint. I'm surprised the green paint actually worked. Wow. Okay, and the green lights definitely helped, that's for sure. Look at that. So incredibly macro. It's crazy how big the photo looks, but and how small it is. Honestly, I thought this was a hot toy. I legitimately. Is this not a hot toy? Is this a 1/12 scale? And the jars are giant. I honestly can't tell if this is a hot toy or not. Aaron, are you here? There's Aaron. It is a 1/12. That is crazy. I thought this, like, the fact that it looks that big, even though it's literally half the size, crazy. Absolutely crazy, Aaron. This is mind-blowing. And the green is really matching the green aesthetic that I have all on the stream right now, which looks great. So, Aaron, this is fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. Like, dude, come on, man. Thank you for sending it in, as always, dude. And crazy, totally crazy. Well done, so well done. Next is from Retro Storm. My submission for this month's Sirdork Challenge. Hashtag Sirdork Jar. I picked up this tiny honey jar and had to do a photo with a trooper making a big making a big old biscuit. Sorry, it's small. I'm like, did I say old? Big old biscuit. Looks as good as it tasted. Man, I love those jarred or can of biscuits at Pillsbury. Ugh. When they're hot and you put some butter on them. This trooper looks excited. My mouth's watering. And putting some honey on them, that's probably really good. Really good. And yeah, I love jars in general. I just love jars. That's why I chose this challenge. But it's such a cute little jar, and I love that. I love that little jar. This trooper is so happy, and I can tell, and just knowing you, Retrostorm, that like you actually have the trooper standing there holding it by himself, like this is all really happening. You know, I know that you did that, and I love that. Yes, Mom, I totally would ask to open them because they would pop. The pop is so fun. Anyway, Retrostorm, this is so good, and love it. You know, your shots always, just make me smile. You know, it's the best possible outcome you can get when you create something like this and you get somebody to look at it and smile. That's great, and that's what your shots do. Next is from Mile High Plastic Guy. April said she spoke to someone at the GCPD, and if I turn this on, that man bat guy thing will show up, and then maybe I'll get some answers about this Joker clown and where my brothers and Spider-Man are. But hang on. Where my brothers and Splinter are. I sure hope Casey and April know that they're what they're talking about. Just the idea of talking to a bat creeps me out. This month's Sirdork challenge is Sirdork jar. Include a jar into your shot. I stretched the rules a bit. He asked, and I was like, yeah, that's totally fine. And use a collectible popcorn bucket. What a freaking cool popcorn bucket, by the way. And use first included the shot in my popcorn bucket. I mean, the shot's great, and the entire dialogue and setup for your scene is adding so much context. Hey, Plastic Arcade, you just missed your shot. And I mean, the shot's amazing, and the way you got it to light up and have the beam of light stretching out looks great. The rain, the city in the background, and also the way the light is affecting Raph over here. The light, it looks great, Joe. This is great. And yes, your popcorn bucket is a container of sorts, so it counts. It counts. Next time we'll do Sirdork popcorn buckets, and then you can just use a jar for yours. Anyway, Mile High Plastic Guy, always great work. Always great work, man. Thank you as always. And that's it. This is a 501st one from the Nature Challenge. So that's it for the Dork Masters. I don't think I missed anybody. If I did, please let me know right now, and I will make sure I pull it up. But I think I got everybody. I always triple check, but you never know. I managed to screw it up. This time, I'm going to try and do it a little bit differently. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom and then go the other direction to the top. So, because sometimes anyone who submitted their shot earlier on in the month, they sometimes end up being towards the bottom just because that ends up how it ends up working. So I want to try and switch that up. And so, I don't know. Yeah. Hey, Zoe. Thank you. Love you. We love you. Hey, Will. Thanks for coming in. So here we go. We're getting started. The first shot is from Pixels of Plastic. And I think this was submitted August 31st. This was like the day of the last stream. Crazy. Rob. Hey, Rob. We appreciate you, man. Hey, Sammy. Anyway, so Pixels of Plastic says jar surfing Ant-Man. A title. So I'm curious as to how Ant-Man did this. So what did he pop the lid off of the jar and then knock the jar over, which caused a wave, and so then he was able to surf the water, assuming, right? Pixels? I'm assuming that's how it happened. What a fantastic concept. I love how the ideas just come out, Hey, Zaclane. Thanks for coming in, man. Yeah, this is such a fantastic idea. The water effects look fantastic. I love how bubbly the water is coming out of the jar. There's so much action. There's water where he's surfing. There's splashes in the air. There's tons of splashes, and it looks great. And Ant-Man interacting with small things is just so great, so great. Hey, Biscuit Dog, thank you, man. I appreciate you so much. You are awesome. Thank you so much. But Pixels of Plastic, really great work. Really great work, man. Coming up next is Willet Jacob, who's usually the master of the puns in the chat. But Jake says, muffled, useless goddess cries. Help her, you gotta help her. Also, let it be known, I would have used a Rainbow Dash figure for this in a heartbeat if I had one. Rainbow Dash is a My Little Pony, right? I don't know who this girl is. Who is this cute anime character? Konosuba Aqua from Useless Goddess. I've never even heard of that. OFP Marine, have you heard of that? I've never even heard of her. But there's always somebody. Her name is Aqua. Okay. From Konosuba. Either way, there's always gonna be anime people that I don't recognize, even though I'm a big anime fan. But this is a great shot. The way you have it posed, where she's like crying and knocking on the glass, is really good. Like, it really looks like that's what she's doing, and that can be hard to relay sometimes with action figures, And the caption is great, and it goes with it perfectly, Jake. This is fantastic. Yes, okay. I remember who Rainbow Dash is for sure, but not Aqua. I've never even heard of her. But this is a great shot. Willet Jacob, awesome. Thank you, my friend, for always being a part of this. Ecstatic Pics. I think we saw Ecstatic in the chat, but we've got V5 This is my entry to the Toy Mercs Custom Sunday by Toy Mercs and the Sirdork Jar Challenge. Hey, if you can mix it up with like 10 different challenges all at the same time, you go for it. I've always loved fairy tales, and I had to go for Mickey and the Beanstalk. I hope everyone likes it. See you at the stream at the end of the month. So has Mickey and Goofy and I almost called him Daffy, and Donald have crawled up the beanstalk and have what the giant is stomping, and that's why they're shaking, hiding. That right? That's what's going on, right? That's so cool. Like the stomp of the giant is making them shake. Honestly, pretty brilliant and very creative. Aaron, yes, I did, and I remember what your shot is, and Aaron, I'm gonna pull you up next. Aaron, what the heck? I remember saving your shot too with the lights in the jar. It was a great shot. Okay, yes, definitely, Aaron. But the motion blur and the stuff shaking. Zealous is in here, right? Yes, there he is. That's really smart and really creative and really cool. Honestly, I can't think of I've ever seen something like that in a toy photo before. That's really, really smart. So really well done. Plus, a long time ago in the band that I was in, I had a lyric that was fee fi fo fum. It was really fun. If anybody remembers, I don't think anybody. That's okay. But yes, awesome work, Ecstatic Pics. So really quick, I gotta grab Aaron's shot. Aaron, I bet you what's gonna happen is I'm going to I'm gonna you're just gonna come across in the in the stream because I end up putting it in the wrong place. Look how quick I was able to pull it up because I already had it saved. So this is from Aaron's Toy Box. A young Frankenstein inspired photo for my entry for the Sirdork Jar Challenge. Since Halloween is right next month, why not start spooky season soon? Hey, the spooky season starts sooner and sooner every year. Using a small jar, I put a few string lights in and set up close to the wall so it looks like a conductor for those ones in the old films. That's really smart. It does look like that. Like he's taking the switch and it's going zzz, zzz, zzz. So cool. This movie will hold a special place in my heart because of my grandparents introducing it to me. That's so cool. And yes, Young Frankenstein is a something. That is something. Great movie. Whoa, Miguel, dude, thanks, man. Amazing jar challenge. See you at Legion's Con. Hopefully, yes, you will. Great work, everyone. Collect it, build it, photograph it. Words of wisdom from a brilliant man. Miguel, thank you so much for the super chat, man. That's incredibly kind. And I know you were just doing a live stream as well, dude. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. And here's Aaron's BTS. What a random young Frankenstein figure of what's his name? Willy Wonka. Why can't I think of his name? It's because I'm on a live stream and my memory sucks. But Aaron, this is a really great and innovative shot. I'm glad it had a special place in your heart. You know, it's a really great shot. Gene Wilder. I want to say Gene Hackman. Gene Wilder. Thank you guys. All right, Aaron, that was great, man. All right, now for me to pull up the rest of the shots. Jar shots. There are so many incredibly amazing jar photos. Honestly, I was surprised there was not more shots like this with a cookie jar. It's like, of course. Mad's Toy says cookies. This is my entry to Sirdork challenge for this month. These challenges are always fun, and I find new ideas for when I heard. Fun to find ideas for, and when I heard that it was featuring a jar, I instantly knew what I was going to do. That's great. I'm so glad that they just help bring ideas. That's the whole point of this whole thing. Cookie Monster, checking out those cookies. Those look good. Those also look. What are those? Chips Ahoy. Those aren't the soft ones, right? Those are the hard ones. I feel like I could tell by that little rim around the edge. Mad's Toys. Let me know if I'm right, because if I am, I'm going to be really proud of myself. And I don't even buy cookies a lot, or really much ever, especially ones with chocolate chips, because I'm lactose intolerant. Anyway, this is brilliant. Cookie Monster looks great. He looks like he's in heaven with all those cookies there. Silver Moon. Seriously. Why so serious says we Germany never keep our cookies in jars, but this shot is so funny. To be honest, I don't either. I think that must have been like, people don't typically keep cookies in jars here either. I think it was an old-timey fashion thing, like bake cookies and put them in a jar, right? I feel like that doesn't really. Does anyone here watching actually put their cookies in a jar? If so, please let me know, because I would be surprised to know if anyone does. Yes, Comic Dad. They do look like the crunchy ones, right? Those are definitely not the soft one. Yeah, maybe a seal, like a airtight seal would do it. All right, I'm taking too long. Mad's Toys, thank you for sending in the shot. Next is from Toy Photo Guy. What a great handle to get a hold of, Toy Photo Guy. When you were a kid, did you ever go out and catch fireflies in a jar? Ever catch anything other than a firefly? Man, I hope this thing doesn't get out. I've never caught a oh my gosh, I'm horrible. Everyone's gonna think that I'm an idiot and I don't know anything. A xenomorph. I've never caught a xenomorph in a jar before. This is my entry to the Sirdork's monthly challenge. With summer just about to end, the thought about fireflies popping into my head when I was trying to decide what to do, thought this would be a little fun twist. I love how it even is labeled as bug jar, and you've got like little stuff on the bottom. Like, that's so funny. That works. Thank you, Biscuit. But that works so well because it really looks like, you know, as a kid you catch stuff, you put little stuff in there as if like that's gonna help make the fact they're living in a jar any better. But no, this is great. Toy Photo Guy, really great, and just cute, and brings back nostalgic things. Even the touch of the tape not even being stuck all on the side, whether he did that on purpose or not, I love that. Skeletor. I think it's still there. Boom. If you, and top of the chat has all, well, it doesn't have all the info, but it tells you where to go to get all the info. Toy photo guy, awesome work. Next is from Play Have Fun Always. This is for Sirdork Jar September photo submission. I used a glass candy jar. Inside the jar is a real rose and a fallen petal for the Beauty and the Beast Belle themed photo. I mean, this is honestly like quite perfect for the jar challenge. Like, this is brilliant. The rose is fresh and there's a petal on there, and of course the Belle Nendoroid is perfect. Like, this is a theme or like a concept for a photo that seems so obvious, but it's like you were the one that did it. You know, I love that's just like perfect. Poster worthy, beautiful shot. Comic Dad, what a fantastic compliment to give. Yeah, great lighting too. Everything is perfect. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely beautiful shot. Play, have fun always. Thank you for sending it in. Really, really great. Really great. Next is from Anti-Adulting. Dude, when I saw this photo, I was amazed. I was like, how completely brilliant is this? So this month for the Sirdork photo challenge, we are required to use a jar. That makes it sound like I'm forcing you. Now, many ideas came to mind, mostly stupid, some downright ridiculous, but I decided to keep it simple and avoid the obvious. I went hunting through the pantry for interesting jars, and boom, Nutella. What better to pose with all the chocolatey goodness, but with Willy Wonka himself at Super 7. After a quick snack with Nutella on toast, I snapped this shot. Another quick and dirty phone shot. Honestly, it doesn't even look like that. It's great. While it recovers, still again kind of amazed what a phone can do, right? So if all you have is a phone, trust me, it's good enough to have fun and create cool shots. I mean, you're absolutely right about that. But this is so cool. Like, first of all, I didn't even know Super 7 made a full chocolate themed Willy Wonka figure. And the fact that he's like walking out of the, like, he's got the footsteps and there's the Nutella and stuff. This is like so crazy. And yeah, it is kind of a Gene Wilder type of stream, and I'm not mad. That's great. So Anti-Adulting, here he is, really like so creative, so incredibly creative, and awesome. I absolutely love it. Seriously, so awesome. Well done. Hey, Dave, how's it going, man? Really, really great. Like, dang, I love this. And now I have one of these figures for myself right now too, as well. Thank you, Anti-Adulting. Speaking of Anti-Adulting, next month or next week when I do the big giveaway 100,000 stream, Anti-Adulting has donated a really incredibly awesome thing to give away. So make sure to tune in, because you can win a really awesome thing that he has donated. Really awesome. I was required to use I'm British. I didn't know that. I was unfamiliar with the fact that you were British. Cool. That's awesome. Well, Anti-Adulting, you're the man, and appreciate you so much. And this shot is awesome. Next is from Nerdy Sassenach. BB-8 waiting for the next adventure. Inspired by Sirdork's September challenge using jars. I've already submitted my official picture. You know what, Letty? I thought I had your official one saved. And I want to make sure I show off your official one. And I think I might have done both. You did so many great jar ones. I think this was your official one, right? Was this your official jar one? This was yes. This was the one, right, Letty? Couple more shots inspired by this. This is my official one. Yes, okay. This is so cool. When I see this shot, it makes me think that BB-8 is in like Starkiller Base, like in a an air vent, like zooming by and passing through, like and I don't know, like sneaking around or something. And it really looks like that, especially with the light coming from below. That's so cool. Like really great. And BB-8's just in a jar. Whoa. I'm gonna just in case anybody is sensitive to flashing, but and end up this. It looks great, Letty. It's a great idea, and I love how you're just always putting fantastic Star Wars characters that I love into your entries for this. So really well done, Letty, and I appreciate all of them. And I love how much of the jar challenge inspired you. I feel like I've never seen a challenge gets you this inspired, and I think that's amazing, and I'm glad you kept going with it. I'm so glad. So Letty, fantastic work, and we appreciate you so much. Sorry, I had to stop sharing to make sure I get myself back in the right place. The next shot is from Figure Framed. Spider Season, my entry for Sirdork jar. This is great. This, like, the concept itself is really great. Like trapping a spider with a jar and then putting the paper underneath it, like that concept is really great, and I love that. But also just like the composition with this photo is quite, I think, satisfying to the eye. You've got the way the whole frame is kind of filled up, even though it's kind of off center, and you got all this bright color, and then the paper, like everything's so filled up quite nicely. Right? Totally. Whoa, that guy with a great compliment. One of my favorites this month. The paper really sets it apart. I agree. The paper is really smart. It is really, really smart. It's so great. But yeah, Figure Framed, really fantastic. So like I was saying, not the concept alone is great, which is so important, but the fact that it's how well it's all just composed, it's just great. It's just great. So Figure Framed, really, really nicely done. Really, really nicely done. Codes, you know what? I have not mentioned that yet. Codes, thank you. If you're watching and you're enjoying it, please make sure to like the video. There's 106 people here. That's mind blowing. Thank you so much, everyone who's watching. If you drop a quick like, that would be amazing. And make sure you also go and follow and support every single one of these fantastic toy photographers. If you're watching on one screen, have your phone up, pull them up, like, follow, do all of that. Do all of that. Figure Framed, amazing work. Figure Photography, _figure photography. Sirdork jar, a tiny man spotted ollieing over a jar on my desk. Wow, you spotted him and you're able to get this great photo of him too? That's crazy. Such a great caption. What even is this little figure? Is this a like a Goku little blind box figure that's customized into this little guy? It totally is, right? Figure Photography, if you're around, please let me know. But yeah, this is it's great. And honestly, your caption that you put in makes this really funny. Oh, this is you, Joe. It's a custom. Is it made from a Goku? I mean, it doesn't matter. I think I had a Vegeta from the same series. But Figure Photography, this is adorable and hilarious, and I hope he doesn't crash on those playing cards down there. Why would he? But awesome. Well done. Thank you so much for sending it in. Next is from Bandy SW, Bandy Star Wars. And man, do I love this photo. I mean, anything with Mando and Grogu is gonna get you. If you want to get me, that's all you gotta do. Just put those two together. Sorry, Mando and Din Grogu. Well, Grogu, we ordered a big jar of blue milk for you, but I never thought it was going to be that big. My entry for this month's Sirdork challenge. God, I love this. I love this so much. Honestly, at first I thought it was spotchka, and I was like, "Oh wait, it's a little bit too opaque for to be spotchka." Here we go, BTS. Beautiful diorama pieces behind. Like the Bandy SW, if you made that, you are incredible. All these diorama pieces are absolutely wild. And there we go. Big bottle of blue milk. I hope the blue milk was delicious. Absolutely love it. So well done. And just, I don't know. I really love this shot. The blue milk in the little jar and everything, and the mini jar to match it. Oh, God. Hide you nerd. Same here, man. I would love to make something like that, or at least try to. Bandy SW, fantastic work. Next is from Lucian. Lucian says, "My pet spiders. I caught them myself." You caught all 4 of these yourself, huh? I love how this almost looks kind of like a movie poster, where like the whole entire, like all corners of the whole photo is filled up with something. And we got all the different Spideys. We got the No Way Home Spidey. We got Scarlet Spider, right? And then this is the Spider-Man 2099. What's the name of this one? Or was this the Scarlet Spider? And this one is not just me forgetting. I just don't know the difference. But I love this idea, and it really does make me feel like some creative type of movie poster where the whole thing is filled up and you're supposed to get some type of fun concept just from a spider alone. It is the Iron Spider. Okay. Iron Spider. I was thinking that, but I didn't say it. I should have just said it. But Lucian, who is right here, I appreciate you, man. You are always tuning in on all the video premieres. Appreciate that so much, man. And your shot came out great. And keep up the great work, dude. You're killing it. And I appreciate you, man. Thanks for sending it in. Oh my gosh. Fun Picks 2022. Fairy Lights. Another great collaboration with my daughter, Anna Sophia. I love how you guys work together. Oh my god. And creative direction from our lovely Mary Rose 204. It's our submission for our Sirdork monthly challenge. This time, with the theme jar. Make sure to participate by using the hashtag Sirdork jar, and make sure to check out all the cool work from the talented photographers. Yes, this is so just like magical, right? This looks like, I don't know. It looks very whimsical. And all of like the fact that all of that light is reflecting and not reflecting, but just kind of bouncing off the bunny and stuff looks so good. Love the BTS. Wow, and that little square of grass was all it needed to fill up this whole photo. Come on, so good. Love seeing you guys work together. And here we go. This might be my favorite collaboration that you guys have done. This might be my favorite one. So great. Yeah, just like it almost looks like an ad for the teddy bear, but like in the best possible way, So great. Really great job. All on everybody's part. All 3 collaborators. Really, really, really great job. I knew I had a double of yours in there, Letty. Love this one too. Shoop. Green Man. Looks like the spider has been trapped in the right spot. This is my entry for the Sirdork Jar Challenge. So I decided to go with the whole spider trapped in a jar. Hope you like it, Sirdork Hasbro. And we got this guy from, I don't remember, this guy from the Spider-Verse movie, trapping Peter Parker in the jar. This guy, there are tons of him at Ollie's right now for like $10. So if anyone has an Ollie's near spot, thank you, Comic Dad. I love this little die you always take your shots in, Green Man. This is also one of my favorites of yours. BTS. And it's funny, Spider-Man on the inside, Peter Parker just seems totally cool with it. He's just kind of chilling. He's just like, yeah, I'll just figure it out. Or he's probably just gonna break the glass. Boom. So awesome. Green Man, thank you for sending it in. I honestly keep seeing your stuff get better and better every time. So keep on doing exactly what you're doing. E King, hello to you. Oh, here we go. Joseph Reiners. I didn't realize that you were Green Man. It all makes sense now. Wow. It all makes sense. All makes sense. Ben, Action Photography. Ben, this might be one of your coolest shots ever. Like, look how cool the water looks in this photo. Like, Ben is not here tonight. Or at least I haven't seen him. Usually he's the one that summons me. He usually says that. But Ben, hopefully you get a chance to watch this later on. This might be one of my favorite shots you've ever done, Ben. Like I saw this and I was like, Ben, you killed it. Absolutely killed it. The way the water is just like splashing and going around in a circle like that is so cool. And it's so crisp and clean and so sunny. All the light passing through the water just looks amazing. Just looks amazing. Ben, you did so good, man. Like really, really good. Well done. Keep doing what you're doing, Ben. We love you. We appreciate you so much. Right, Zealous? How did he do that? I don't know. He's just amazing. He's amazing. Coming up next. Oh, wait. Check out my cool little patch. My water bottle. The Cam DeLorean. My submission for the Sirdork jar. Heavily influenced by Alien Romulus. What a cool movie that was. I knew what shot I wanted to do as soon as I saw this month's challenge. I created the fluid by using plain old tap water and one of the fizzing vitamin tablets to create bubbles to change the color. Well, that's cool. But this is quite the creepy shot for sure. And the using the vitamin tablet is like, wow, that's really smart, because it really did create this kind of goopy, darkish, I don't know, not very settling liquid, you know. And is he dead in here? We don't know. But like, it's incredible how simple. I thought that was a jar of mini M&Ms. Incredible how simple that is, and this shot looks so good, and especially like it works so well with Alien and stuff like that. It works so well. Jurassic Park 3, absolutely, definitely. Yeah, this is really, really good, really, really good. That's true. If this is NECA's really big jar. Yeah, this came out great. The Cam DeLorean, awesome work, my friend. Good thinking with the vitamin tablet. That's awesome. That's so awesome. Next is Trolling My BF. Catching Fireflies in a Jar. Man, there's a song that I keep thinking of when I think of the Firefly. If anyone listens to Outline in Color, which is a very small chance, this great song about these things, opening a jar of fireflies. Anyway, well, Giannis Theodosopoulos. Wow, that's the Greekest name I've ever heard. Thank you so much. I'll have to show this to my wife. Her maiden name is Demopoulos. So that's so cool. Thank you so much for joining the membership. Holy crap, that's amazing. I'll post a new link to the Discord server tonight. Thank you so much for joining. So Silver Moon says, what figure is this? I think this is a Mythic Legions. Pretty sure. Catching Fireflies in a Jar. My submissions to the Sirdork Jar Challenge. Please check out the other awesome submissions. Yeah, this is a really cool figure. Oh, not that song. Would not believe your eyes. 10 million fireflies. Duh, why would I not think of that first? Anyway, if anyone likes Outline in Color, it's a great song. I think it's called Jury of the Wolves. Give it a listen if you like people screaming and metal stuff. So, yes, Trolling My BF, back to your photo. What a great figure to use for this. Like the jar, and like it's almost like you captured a firefly, and then the firefly like transformed into like this hideous beast and is now crawling out to get you. Makes you regret catching the firefly. No, Mom, not Owl City. Even though that is a great song. It's a great song. Yes. Okay. Jaws Bird. Yes. It's an older Outline in Color song. It's from like their first full album. Anyway. I love this shot. The idea is fantastic. The fact of the firefly coming out to get me is kind of terrifying. And now I won't capture a jar of fireflies because of this. Trolling My BF. Thank you so much for sending it in. I know you've been like super pumped and like like new to this whole kind of entering and stuff. I don't know. Either way, I'm just happy that you're happy and taking these shots and um, killing it, killing it. Thank you so much for sending it in. Appertoy, Appertoy, you were like crazy inspired this month. You took so many shots this time, and honestly, it was hard for me to just like because I had to pick one of yours to put in the running. So I just went with your first one, which I think this one is. And geez, I love this. Who took the cookies from the cookie jar? Sirdork took the cookies from the Sirdork jar. I don't have any cookies at the moment, but I would sure love some. I couldn't decide which photo to post for the toy photo challenge, so why not both? This is brilliant. Honestly, the use of Cookie Crisp cereal is pretty brilliant because they scale quite well. And it really looks like he's got one of the cookies, these cookies cereal in his mouth. Like, right? This is a photo that I think takes advantage so well of simplicity and filling up things. Like, it's just like, I don't know, the composition of the whites and the brown scattered perfectly. Empty space and then just a little bit of blue in there is just so good. It's really, really good. Yes, Mom, I love the Cookie Monster as well. So incredibly good. Appertoy, this is so good. Okay, I said that a bunch of times. Did I swipe to see the BTS? Oh, there's other cookies in there too. Those are other little, I don't know what those are. Cookies that come in a little bag. Maybe they're Famous Amos. I love Famous Amos. Yeah, really great. So well done. Appertoy, you're killing it. Killing it. Really, really great work. Mr. Clown, we're getting an update on Duffy. How Duffy is doing. We love Duffy so much around here in this community, whatever the heck you want to call it. Duffy encounters some strange creatures while exploring the ocean depths. The fact that Duffy is using like an old minced garlic jar or whatever as his underwater breathing apparatus is quite possibly one of the best things I've seen all year, my whole life, maybe. It's quite brilliant. And Mr. Clown, I just am so happy to see Duffy constantly killing it. And then I didn't know that he does underwater exploration. Like, he's gonna run into Starro and the Creature of the Black Lagoon. Crazy. And he did steal Aquaman's seahorse. He did. He sure did. I'm sure him and Aquaman are tight. You know, everybody knows and loves Duffy, and I mean everybody. So, Mr. Clown, this is amazing. This might be the best work Duffy has ever done. But God, I love his helmet so much. Mr. Clown, thank you. Duffy, we love you. Absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. Vitoka, Hulk, you're incredibly voracious. What does that even mean? September's Sirdork challenge is to include a jar in the picture. I had a few ideas, but I liked this the most. Setting up the figures was a lot of fun. I didn't use any stands or sticks. Everything was perfectly balanced. Wow, that's impressive. Everything is perfectly balanced. That's very impressive, especially the Mary Jane Spider-Girl woman standing on Spider-Man's back in the jar like that. That looks like the hardest thing. I wonder if holding onto the cookie helped. Yeah, that's funny. They're helping. Love seeing the figures work together to achieve, like, they're almost like they're being mischievous, you know? Stealing cookies from the cookies. As if they're not supposed to be there. I mean, they're not, because action figures aren't supposed to do that, you know? So I love that. And the bite taken out of the cookie for the Hulk, so good. Which is great too, knowing that a real bite had to have been taken out of that cookie in order for that bite to be there. So that was a nice little fun bite, I'm sure. I hope you were also eating cookies while you were shooting, you know, because it's kind of hard not to when you're shooting food and you're not also eating the food. A cookie challenge, Sirdork cookie. All right, I kind of like that. Super pufferfish. kind of like that. I might submit that to because at the end of the stream, we're gonna do a we're gonna decide the next theme together. So super pufferfish. If you're still around towards the end, put the cookie one in there. I like that idea. Vitoka, fantastic work. Awesome. We love it. Thank you for sending it in. Next is from JMG Photography. How dare you challenge the mighty Galactus? I will shelf you in this jar. That's cool. I love how the seems like the main light source is just from the jar. So the jar is all like glowing, you know? And so your eyes kind of go right there. Lemon, it looks like Ant-Man's in the jar. And so what's crazy is I bet you Ant-Man is like really big. He's already at his biggest size right now. He's still small compared to Galactus. Aha. Oh, that's cool. Like, that's super cool. If you think about it. I'm assuming that's what's happening. But I think this is super cool. Galactus has always been one of my favorite Marvel characters. The Silver Surfer comics are what got me into comics a long time ago. So cool. So incredibly cool. Absolutely awesome. JMG, fantastic work. If you're still in here, we appreciate you so much. Yeah, actually, dog, that is got to be a big jar. It's true. That's a world eating jar. He probably puts different planets in that jar and eats them like cookies. Anyway, yeah, JMG, so great, man. Look at this. This shot is just like eye candy. This is from Els Pagata. Here's my submission for this month's Sirdork Jar Challenge. Sirdork Jar Challenge. SpongeBob from the Nendoroid. Looking forward to tasty breakfast with honey from the jar. Looking forward to all the great pictures. This is really is eye candy. Just it's so incredibly vibrant. The colors are so like it's not like it's like oversaturated or anything. It's just the colors you use are just so bright and beautiful, and just so eye-catching. Yeah, really great. SpongeBob is just like glowing. The lighting is so good. The yellow from the honey is also kind of glowing. The way you have it lit is just so good. Unpunched card. Yes, this is one of the SpongeBob figures that I did do a video on, by the way. It is on there. This is the Nendoroid, which was in my opinion the best. The best out of the two of them. So this is just wonderful. And Els Pagata, I think this is the first time you've been in the challenge. You've done it one of these, if I can remember, because your name looks new to me. So I love that, and that's amazing. So really great work, and thanks for adding SpongeBob into this challenge. We need more of him. We need more. Awesome shot. Mr. Kiwi, never put Hulk in a Sirdork jar. He will get angry. In a Sirdork jar, just any jar that I have at home. Don't put him in any of those. He gets angry. My entry to the Sirdork challenge. I love the green glow on the jar, Mr. Kiwi. It's almost as if all of the gamma radiation is glowing off of the Hulk, and it's gonna make the jar explode. Here he is. Holy jar, that's a big jar. R.I.P. to the jar. Yeah, I'm sure that's shortly after this photo was taken, the jar shattered. And there it is. I didn't even know that was coming. That was great. This is so cool. It's just like endlessly being broken. That was cool. All right, Dave, I legitimately didn't know that was coming. And so that was really great. Awesome. I love the little animated stuff you add in, Dave. That's really awesome. Thank you for sending it in, dude. That's really, really great. Oh my god, look at this. This is incredible. Fairy lights. My entry to the Sirdork Jar Challenge. I had this figure sitting around for a long time before knowing what to do with it, and I think this month's challenge was perfect. Yeah, perfect. Are you kidding me? The shot is perfect. Ugh, this is crazy. Like, this is beautiful. I feel like Disney is like, they're looking at this and like, dang it. This is like we need this on an ad. It's like this needs to be plastered in the top of a Disney store for people to buy this. Is this one of the Disney Infinity? What figure is this? Tinkerbell. It's really great. Yeah, like the lighting is fantastic. However, you got the lighting to just all that light to be emitting from the jar and reflecting like onto your hands and stuff is just so great. My mom thinks it's so perfect, and Andy thinks loves it. Yeah, awesome. Biscuit, you missed the Disney store. You don't have actually. You know what? The one by us has also closed. There's no more Disney store. It's because they stopped selling Black Series there. They stopped selling Hasbro stuff, and they only put either Disney Store exclusive stuff or Diamond Select. That's what brought them down. It is Disney Infinity. Okay. Wow, it worked so well. So Backstreet Toys, this is just absolutely beautiful. Really, really, just fantastic work. Yeah, Biscuit Dog 3000. My mom's cat's name is Biscuit. One of her cats. So that's actually kind of cool. Anyway, Backstreet Toys, fantastic. Will and Force, you would not believe what I had to go through to catch this little guy. This is my submission for the Sirdork Jar Challenge. I used my Stitch figure from the Disney Storyteller figures and some blue sticky tack to form a tongue. What? That's crazy. You use blue sticky tack to make his tongue, and then you changed it to red in Photoshop. That is so awesome, and the way it's sticking to the jar is so good. Ah, that is awesome. Oh, it was a salsa jar from Mild Salsa. You can see it. That's awesome. Yeah, I also thought it was a part of the figure Lemon. That is so cool. Will, that's a really smart idea. Making the tongue like that stick to the jar. Awesome. And there is Will right there. Really great work, Will. Like that's super impressive. I'm super impressed with the tongue thing. I mean, the shot is great, but that tongue thing is so smart. Wow. Okay, cool. Will, thank you so much, my friend, for sending that in. That is fantastic. So fantastic. Man, this shot is so freaking awesome. Like, I remember seeing this and being like, this is an absolutely amazing idea for a jar. Like, are you kidding? My partner, my soldier, my fault. Oh, God, that's heartbreaking. Is that an actual quote from Death in the Family? I'm sure I was not the only one surprised by the name of this challenge, but then I remembered that I made this Jason Todd memorial a while back using a glass jar for my Batcave diorama, and it was perfect opportunity to take a picture. Well, the Batcave diorama is amazing with the giant penny and the T-Rex and the Joker card, and then the Jason Todd memorial. Like, that's crazy. Honestly, it makes me think of, even though it should probably make me think of actual Jason Todd things, but it makes me think of BVS with the Robin suit in the movie, which actually ended up supposed to be Dick Grayson. Anyway, this is just really awesome, and like the diorama you made is awesome. It works so perfect, and you used the glass jar to make it. It's just like so impressive. Speak figure. So cool. And did you just like take a Jason Todd figure and then just like take all the limbs off? So incredibly cool. Speak figure. You are speaking the language of awesomeness with this. And there's speak figure right there. Hey, I appreciate it. This is awesome. Your logo is so. I'm just now looking at your logo, and that's really like creative action figure kind of logo thing. That's really cool. Awesome work, speak figure. Really cool. Really, really cool. Next is from Rilla Collectibles. And how cute is this? The last Pokemon on Earth? What? I'm going to translate it. I think this is the photo that I have paid the most attention and care to. It was quite exciting for the progress I had. and then little by little, I was turning into an idea I had. Hope you like the final result. I mean, look at this incredible little tiny terrarium with Cyndaquil in there with all the grass and the water and the flower petals. Like, why is he the last Pokemon on Earth? That makes me so sad. And I also love how it's just like in the desert by itself. Like, it's just like, I don't know. It's so cool. Like, this is awesome. This needs to be on a Pokemon card. You know, I can totally see it being on a Pokemon card. There's plenty of actual little photography for Pokemon card art. You know, this is great. Rilla Collectibles. It's cute and a fantastic idea, but I don't like the last Pokemon on Earth. That makes me sad. But it's not. It's not just the last Pokemon in the terrarium. Really, really great. Awesome. So awesome. Ultrafly 44. This is so good. You've got a lot of pickled things in your fridge. Keep it moving, pal. Nobody here but us pickles. Pickle Rick always on the move. This is month's entry to the Sirdork monthly challenge. I haven't noticed that jar of pickles in a while. Shame to say. It's probably expired, huh? Can we see the expiration date? I love how he's like hiding in the fridge with the pickle stuff. It's so good. So we've got what are those called? Peppercini pickles. Oh no, those are peppers. And of course the bread and butter pickle chips. Something else back there. It's good choices. Good choices. I'm a big fan of pickled jalapenos. Usually got a whole jar of them in the fridge. Anyway, this is so brilliant. It's just like it's the simplest thing ever. Like Ultrafly. Like, I'm sure you open up your fridge, move some things around, and got this amazing shot. But it's just like it's so good. It's so funny. And super original too. You know, I don't think anybody else did this that I know of. Ultrafly, that's really, really great. Really, really great. Next, we got Toys and Bills. The Jawa Fish Tank, my entry for this month's Sirdork Challenge, Sirdork Jar. Took me forever to find an idea, but here it is. Hope you like it, Jared. I'm very curious as to what is that, like a intelligent fish species found on like Moncal or something. I don't know, but the Jawas are I'm sure the only reason the Jawas are holding on to it is so they can get some money for it. Knowing the Jawas, you know. I've been playing a lot of Star Wars Outlaws, so these Jawas are hitting me hard right now. Which, if you're not playing that game, please do. It's wonderful. I love it. So this is a fantastic shot, and like, look, the little straw you've got like as going into the tank, like that is crazy. And the smoke coming out of it is just like is awesome. It looks so good. Nat Boy, yes it is. It's awesome. It's so good. It's so incredibly good. If you like Star Wars, then you can't not like this game. It's really good. But no, the shot is great. I never would have thought that Jawas would be holding on to anything but droid parts. Or maybe they're cooking the fish to eat with the giant egg, Draco. That makes sense. Oh, teeny. Yeah, so good. So good. Toys and Bills, thank you so much for sending in the shot. This is fantastic. Really fantastic. FQB 1975 Disney Magic. This photo for the Sirdork monthly challenge. We've got Disney Magic with butterflies in jars, tiny little Smuckers jars with Groot and Simba coming out, and it almost feels like this like wizard Fantasia Disney is like raising all of these characters out of the jars. It's like using dark magic or something. Kind of crazy, right? Kind of crazy. So FQB, there might be some darker things going on here. There must be more afoot. You know, more than meets the eye. Overlord Mickey. That's what I'm thinking, Biscuit Dog. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, FQB, awesome work. Thank you for sending it in. Really great work. Mr. Bee Hunter, I need something strong for Mr. Kong. Hello and welcome to my next post for the challenge by Sirdork Jar. Thank you so much again, my dear friend. Thank you, my dear friend. Let me tell you something about this coffee drinker here. I told him to just have a cup, but no, he doesn't listen to me, and now he's hyper and feels strong. Can you imagine a giant King Kong hyped up on caffeine? That would be a big cup of coffee. Well, first of all, Mr. Bee Hunter, mein Freund, the fact that you've gotten King Kong balanced like this is absolutely insane. Like, that is so awesome. And that's just a big jar of, was that instant coffee? Or is that coffee grounds? I don't know, but it's really great. And just makes me imagine how crazy a caffeinated King Kong would be. Holy cannoli. So either way, Kong Caffeine, new brand. Honestly, I could see that doing well. Anyway, awesome work, Mr. Bee Hunter. Gut gemacht. Sehr gut gemacht. Veronica Ayers, capturing cryptids. Cool. It features a blue dragon, a griffin, Cerberus, and a cactus cat. Here's my hand and a clip behind the scenes. Sorry for the video. Tiny on the next slide. I'm not familiar with any of these cryptids. I mean, maybe the blue dragon, I feel like. Whoa, are these all legitimate cryptids? A Cerberus, a griffin, and a cactus cat? This is awesome. I've only really been familiar with the whole cryptid thing since the last few years, but it's definitely a very interesting, fascinating kind of concept. Appalachian crazy monsters that live in those old mountains. It's kind of cool, like the Mothman. So yeah, this is. These are Neopets. Oh, okay, no, they're not. Sorry, I see. Cerberus is Fluffy from Harry Potter. Oh, so that's a Cerberus is that type of thing, a three-headed dog. This is really cool. Well, awesome, Veronica Ayers. Well, I appreciate you've been sending in photos for years, and I appreciate you always being here. So, Cryptid Creations. I just noticed said that. Awesome. Well, cool. Everyone, look up the whole cryptids things. It's a very deep, dark hole to look at it. Or if you play Fallout 76, which is where I learned about them, you'll get. There's lots of cryptids in that game. Dildo Trooper. Another month, another challenge. This is my participation for Sirdork Jar. So, okay, it seems like we've got Spider-Man and Peter and Miles are both looks like stealing from that jar of candy. That's what it seems like what's going on. And we've got these two crazy military guys, which are freaking cool figures. Those figures are so cool. And they're like catching them, like, hey, get out of there. You don't belong in there. And then they're going to try to escape, it looks like, as they've been caught. But Spider-Man's not moving. He's trying to eat some candy. Yeah, caught red-handed. Right? Pufferfish? It's crazy. Well, I mean, when you are able to capture something like this to the point where you are making people wonder, like, what's going on? Like, you have accomplished something when you do that. That's so cool. Yeah, those military figures are super cool, and they look like super high quality soft goods and stuff like that. I would love to know what they are. They're really cool. Looks like something you'd find on Toys Metaverse or 5K Toys or something. And I don't know if anybody noticed, there's a disposable camera in the back. That's so cool. That's so cool. Anyway, Dildo Trooper, awesome work. Bath Collection 93. Oh, I love the dots on that little metal thing. Stepping out of my Pokemon comfort zone. Here's my entry to the Sirdork Jar Photo Challenge. I was instantly inspired when I saw the Xenomorph enamel pin And since I have a plethora of NECA official aliens, I thought this would be a fun thing to try. The way you have it next to that, like, I don't know if it's a colander or what, with all of the holes and the light coming out of that, and then you can see the reflection of that on the jar. That is so cool. Like, that is so super cool. Here we go. Jar. That's a cool angle. All right, food coloring. Whoa, trippy. And there he is. And there's a shot. Oh, that's a pizza pan. All right. Pizza pan. Skamuki do. It is, I thought it was a grater too, but it is a pizza pan. Right out of that is a really cool pin. Actually, that is really cool. And there he is being washed off, taking a bath afterwards. I kind of like this shot alone. Bath collection, really great work. Yeah, awesome job. Absolutely love it. Speaking of jars, I mean, they should all have jars. For the 100th time, I told you I am not a fairy. So draw Adancito. Try to capture this firefly, but it's just firefly. It's not like that kind of firefly. But this is a Valaverse figure, actually, not a firefly from like DC Comics. But that's such a great idea. For the last time, I'm not a fairy. Or was he being captured? Maybe the person didn't care if they were a fairy, and I just want to capture and put him in a jar because he looked cool. Honestly, you never know. But draw Adancito. This is a great idea, and the caption is just that much better. I gotta look into these. I've seen the Valaverse figures plenty of times. I've been to some conventions where the Valaverse people were there. A lot of cool stuff, but I've never really dove into it. Super Pufferfish. I did see the Shrek figure that was revealed, but unfortunately, it's not a figure. It's a little statue. Yeah, I know. I saw that and I was like, Shrek figure? But no, it's not a figure. It's a statue. Unless Super Pufferfish, there's something else that I didn't see. But it's one of those McFarlane movie madness maniac statues. Yeah, unfortunately. Statues sell really well for a lot of people. I feel like, action figures, they kind of statues geared to a different audience. I think maybe even a bigger audience. I don't know. Anyway, draw Adancito. Fantastic shot. Smarro Steven. When your photo challenge for the month is a jar, sometimes you have to think out of the box or jar. With inspiration from when I was a child, I thought, what else can a jar be in the world of play? I imagine a cannon for the Plunderling figures with this Sirdork jar challenge. Created a human cannonball toy photo. Steve, this is a great idea. This is brilliant. I don't think anybody else used a cannon jar. And the angle that you have him shooting like right at the camera is really cool. It's like he's coming right at us. Coming right, and the way you have everything focused is really cool too, because you've got the guy right up front, very much in focus. Oh, and everything else in focus too. What are those cool little like Tetris blocks behind? Those are cool. Those are really cool. Steve, really smart. I see. Okay, so you took one shot like this, and you took another shot like this. That came out great. I love everything you use for the background. All these stands. This is a very elaborate setup, Steve. And it came out great. Very, very elaborate. Well done. Well done, Steve. And thank you for sending it in, as always, Steve. And you know what, Steve? I always give you a lot of credit. One of my favorite photos of myself that I have of myself is one that you took at Toys in Action at the convention when I was doing the panel. And you took a really cool picture of me doing the panel, and that's like one of my favorite photos of myself. So I owe you a lot for that. That's really great, really great photo. So thank you. Anyway, Steve, thank you so much, man. There you are, Aaron. I knew I had you in there. I don't know what the heck happened. Hey, Carlos. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you so much. Sorry, Aaron. Next, we've got Pulp Arcana Studios. You got chocolate in my... Oh, no. You got chocolate in my peanut butter. Here's my entry for the Sirdork Jar Challenge. The Count luxuriating in the peanut butter jar hot tub. The facial expression made it for me. Shot on an iPhone 11. There's a lot of peanut butter goodness in this photo, and I love this. Yes, did I say Dracula? No, yeah, Count Chocula. We have some Count Chocula in our pantry right now. My wife loves Count Chocolado. But, man, lots of peanut butter goodness in this shot. And I imagine getting peanut butter off of a figure was probably pretty tough to do. But we've got a totally cleaned out jar of Skippy. Totally cleaned out. And we've got some Reese's Bats. Oh, man. I miss having those. But, man, the lactose intolerance kills me. But love Count Chocula. Love peanut butter. If you can incorporate peanut butter into a toy photo, you got me. You've got me hooked. Yeah, 2 jars. 2 jars, 1 photo. Crazy, right? I know. Pulp. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sending this shot in. Really, really great. Man, this is cool. Toy picture art. Ghost in the jar. My entry for the Sirdork challenge. This is so cool. Like this looks like a really cool thing I would want to like keep encased in that jar and has to be like a little collectible as is. So we've got one of the ring wraiths in there. Or is this the knight or the king? What's the name of the like head one? Gets the cool helmet. Nazgul, right? Yeah, the fog effect. The fog effect is really cool. Oh, we get to watch how it was done. Awesome. That is so cool. The gloves and everything. This is crazy. And actually use some of that smoke in there. Yes, this is exceptional. I agree. And there we go. Yeah, so cool. Thank you for that very elaborate BTS. Really love this shot. The Witch King, right? Witch King, thank you. I wanted to say the Night King. That's from something else. I don't know what. The Night King. That is so awesome. Toy picture art, super original and creative. Really, really great. So super awesome. Wheels toy photo. What is this little thing? Me want more cookies. Cookies. Cookie Monster will go to great lengths to obtain his goals. Literally great lengths. Like, and I'm sorry, that's heights. Sorry. As he's climbing, what is this adorable little plastic cookie jar? Is this a part of the whole Cookie Monster thing? I think it is. It must be. I mean, maybe it is. We got all these little plastic cookies hanging around. This is great. Like, it's adorable. This has to be one big thing. Has to be. I need to know. Wheels, are you around? Can you tell us? Bob the Tomatoes cookie jar? Is that really what it is, Skamuki Doo? Is it? I don't know. But Wheels, absolutely adorable. And I need to know more about that little cookie jar guy. Tell us more, please. Thank you, Wheels. Yes, here we go. Remember when I had my hand up and put it on the lid. The lid. This is my entry for the Sirdork Jar Challenge. There were several ideas I had in mind for this, but my daughter has been playing a lot with her brother's old SpongeBob toys, and this one came to mind in the middle of the night. Well, this one and tiny Squidward in the jar, as Patrick talks about the wombology. If anyone does that, please tag me because I'd love to see it. Also to include my spirit animal Squidward in this pic. This is great. It's so cool. What are those little, they're not Lego, but they're kind of Lego type of thing, right? Wait, Mom, is that really from VeggieTales? That's what this. Sorry, Dark Shadow. Sorry, I have to go back for just a second. Oh no, wrong way. That's from VeggieTales? No, it's a cookie jar. Is it really? I don't know. Anyway, Dark Shadows. The SpongeBob reference is amazing. And the fact that you got this tiny little jar to fit in with these tiny little figures is so cool. So cool. And yeah, very specific SpongeBob reference, which I appreciate. And I'm SpongeBob or Squidward is your spirit animal. Sometimes Squidward is mine as well. Not all the time though. But Dark Shadows, really great work. Fantastic. Anytime you can have SpongeBob in one of these is great. Hey, Lokilos. And the next photo, spoiler alert, is Grim 47, Weapon X. And there we go. This is fantastic. Oh my god, I love how you just used USB cords. There's Shane. Shane knows the lid reference from the shot. Shane, love you, man. Hope you're doing great. You and Carter and Saria, hope you guys are all doing great. And thank you for coming in, Shane, as always. But I love how you used like literally a bunch of USB cords all over the place. That was such a great touch. Oh my god, I'm not even talking about the jar or the fact that you got Wolverine in there and the green light and the fog and everything, but the USB cords is my favorite part about this. I don't know why. It's just so creative. And I also love how you weren't afraid of showing off that they were just USB cords. They're just out there in the open to see the USB. Right? So cool. Nice. I didn't look close enough. I wouldn't realize it's regular items everywhere, right? And the jar, some type of pickle jar, right? It looks like a pickle jar upside down. Maybe pickled something else, but totally looks like that. So yeah, Grim 47. This is so smart. I love seeing that resourcefulness of just like using what you got around the house, and like that's better. I love that. So cool. So yeah, Grim 47, really great work, really great jerk. When you say great job and great work all at the same time, it turns into great jerk. So Speak Figure also agrees. Grim 47, thank you, man. Dan Kubrick. Collectors never stop collecting. Stimpy is always that. Thanks to Ren. He was able to increase his booger collection for the Sirdork Jar Challenge. Only Stan Kubrick, only you would think of this type of outrageous idea. How gross. This might be the grossest photo of any photo in here. Look at those boogers. Ugh. I think they're made out of like, I think also on the page he put in what he used to make the fake, just like a reel for the how he made the boogers. I know, it's so gross. He did another one too. He did one with a closer look at the jar, but I thought this one would have been a better one to put in. But yeah, Stan Kubrick, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing and absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, but I love it. So great. You always come up with the weirdest, craziest ideas for these. So great. Thank you, Stan Kubrick. Really, really great. Next is from Wayne Rogers. For my Sirdork challenge, been a while, but this idea was too good to pass. So we've got Leonardo making a pizza, and he's using Sirdork pizza sauce. Spoiler alert, you got it. Next month, dropping my pizza sauce line. Going to be available at sirdork.com. It's 100% made out of action figure tomatoes. You know, those little mini tomato props you get from mini brands. It's all a bunch of those blended up, and you can use it on your pizza and all that stuff. But actually, Super Pufferfish, yes, this is a callback to the pizza challenge from however long ago that was. And there's Wayne right there. My photo. And he always puts a Sirdork reference in there every time. And this time it was Sirdork pizza sauce. So cool. And I hope this pizza sauce is not chunky. I don't like chunky sauce. Wow, Draco. Great callback. Over a year ago. 2023, over a year ago. Is it really? Well, how did you figure that out so quick? It's crazy. Wayne Rogers, awesome work. I mean, not a lot of pizza sauce jars this time around, but you got it. Fun fact, the pizza was real in my dinner last night. Really? Did you take a picture of it and then shrink it down and change the perspective? Wayne, this is great. This might be my favorite reference of yours. Really, really great. Yeah, I like chunks in my food, but only when I am in control of the chunks. Does that make sense? Like if I buy a jar of something and there's already chunks in it, I'm not into that. But if I make something that's full of chunks, then I'm like, that's fine. I don't know why that's the case. I even take salsa and I blend it up, so I have smooth salsa. It's really good. Try blending up your salsa. It's great. Anyway, Wayne, awesome work, man. Thank you for sending it in. Venom is stuck in a mason jar. Oh, JMG. Had yours in twice, my friend. It's a great shot, though. I had Harleen pick 108 photos this time, just in case. So there's probably going to be a little bit more than 100. Pike's Peak doll. This is awesome. I really love this so much. This looks like if you squint your eyes and look at this, it looks like a real person. Doesn't it? Everything is so scaled perfectly. On day 113 of checking my tiny biosphere jar, I filled a teeny tiny jar with river water back in May 2024. Wow, hopefully one day I'll discover tiny microorganisms swimming inside. Did it really fill up with all of that algae? Wow, that's crazy. Wow, cool. That's incredible. I want to try that. But anyway, this photo is so cool. Like everything is so perfectly to scale. Like I said, when you squint, it looks real. Ah. And there she is. It's filled up and it started out like this. And then now it turned into this. That is so cool. I would like to do that. But anyway, yeah, Pike's Peak. This is incredible. All three of the photos are incredible. But I really love this one. And the emphasis on the jar as like the main focal point, and then everything else kind of going around it, and the character she's interacting with it is so cool. Like this is such a cool shot. And I absolutely love seeing like not action figure photos in these challenges, like doll and just different stuff like this. So I so encourage more photos like this, please. Pike's Peak, thank you so much. Really, really great. Raya Booba. Jar Jar throwing the jar. I'm surprised we haven't gotten more Jar Jars, to be honest. For this month's challenge, Sirdork has suggested that we use a jar in our photos. I wanted to multiply it by 3, and that's why I used Jar Jar Binks. So we got Jar Jar and a jar, and a bunch of cornflakes. Jar Jar has spilled. He's clumsy. You were banished because you were clumsy. I guess I mightn't be saying that. Anyway, it's great. Jar Jar's expression is like, oh no. And I'm also curious as to cereal in a jar. All right, if that's what you do, that's great. Either way, Jar Jar is gonna spill it over, but fantastic. We've got Jar Jar spilling over a jar. Din Djarin, too. I didn't think about that. Super Pufferfish. Man, Din Djarin and Jar Jar with a jar. That's crazy. That's a lot of jars. But Raya Booba, fantastic work. Thank you for sending it in. This is, we love Jar Jar around here so much. Very, very much. Next is from Toich. Kakarot. This is for Sirdork Jar. The idea came from a Spanish Dragon Ball parody comic from the 1990s called Dragon Fall. I'm happy because I almost no shower gel was wasted. I think use shower gel is crazy. Also, thanks to Amanda for the gel idea. So this shot is really quite great. The glowing jar is beautiful, and Goku doing his um cheeks filled up face, and Vegeta's looking in, and the capsule corp on the top. I didn't notice that before. That's cool. So good, and what he did to accomplish this is crazy. And this is what it's from. Awesome. So he filled it up with actual shower gel. That's crazy. And so here's the first photo. And here's another photo. Like, I'm sure it got very, very bubbly and sudsy. Putting the shower gel back. That is crazy. And then here's the final product. So good. This came out so good. Hey, Machu, how's it going, man? Thanks for coming in. And yeah, this is going to be a very clean Goku. Very, very clean. I hope you're not finding in squishy soap for a while. But yeah, Toich, this is really great. You have, for so long, always put in some just really great submissions into the challenge. So you're killing it, man. Yes, thank you, Machu. Yes, I agree. Please, if you haven't yet, make sure you like the stream. That would be amazing. Thank you. Toich, awesome, dude. So good. I can't tell you how much when I saw this photo, I was like, I love this so much. If you aren't aware, I'm a huge Donkey Kong fan. Like, there's not enough Donkey Kong in the world. There needs to be more Donkey Kong out. We need more games. We need more merchandise. Donkey Kong is like, when you got Mario, like, when you think of Nintendo, you've got Mario, and you've got right below it is Donkey Kong. Then you've got, all the other great IP. Donkey Kong needs to be that number 2. Right now, it's getting the love of like number 10. Maybe it's just like, and I'm sure if they kept pumping out Donkey Kong like they did other games, it would be popular. It would be, like Zelda and Pokemon and all those. But we need more Donkey Kong. So here we go. Wanna Be Like Mike is giving us the Donkey Kong we deserve. And Diddy Kong, so Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong are both standing on the barrel, trying to take. They're either trying to take a banana out, or they're trying to store their bananas in there. I think they're trying to store their bananas in the jar, because that's something they would do. Those are little gummies. I never had gummy bananas before, but they look pretty good. Mario would never had any barrels to jump over without DK. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, DK. Donkey Kong needs more love. Nintendo, what are you doing? You need to take advantage of that incredibly valuable IP, Donkey Kong. Yes, these are Jack-specific Donkey Kong figures. They're quite great. I've got and the packaging is awesome too. I've got 2 still in the package on one of my walls. But Wanna Be Like Mike, I love this photo. Besides the fact that it's Donkey Kong, the colors are beautiful. The yellow and the purple in the background, and all the bokeh back there is really quite great. And whatever these other gummies are too look really great. So this is a fantastic shot, Wanna Be Like Mike. And thank you so much for giving us the Donkey Kong love we deserve. I need to do some more Donkey Kong shots. What am I doing? I need to do that too. You are inspiring me. Next is from Fossilroo. Caught this little guy around the house today. I can just hear him saying, "Hey, let me out of here." What are you doing? Gonna make me spill my guts. A new month, a new challenge. The theme is to use, in your toy photo for September, a jar. Check out the Sirdork page for more info. Thank you. Much appreciation to all who have already posted their inspiration. Yes, don't say his name. Oh, Biscuit. Well, he's showing up at your house, not mine. Fossilroo. This is actually really great and very relevant too, because the movie just came out, which I loved. I thought was really good. I really loved the Beetlejuice. And this is very appropriate. The fact he's just like in a random jar around the house. It's so good. If you haven't seen this movie, go ahead and do that. But this is Fossil Roo. This is perfect. Really perfect. Thank you for sending it in. Also, by the way, the Beetlejuice SH Figure Arts figure is now up for pre-order. So you can find that just about anywhere. Entertainment Earth and Hobby Genki both got it. So go for it. Next is CJ Notorious. CJ, how's it going, my friend? This is my egg attack stormtrooper who likes M&Ms a little too much that he got stuck in the jar. Don't you hate that when you're just really looking for some M&Ms and you go in the jar to get some, obviously, and then you get stuck in there? Hate that. Don't you hate that? If I had $1, geez, I'd be rich. And same thing with this stormtrooper, apparently. Seems like he's also, yes. I love the M&M in his hand on the glass. That's true. That is a nice little touch that really adds to it. That was actually really smart, CJ. Sometimes those tiny little things that really work make a big difference like that. And this is CJ. This might be one of my favorites. I love the very subtle amount of light that's in this photo. There's a little bit on the counter, and there's just enough in there to make the capture the stormtrooper in the right way. It looks it's really great, CJ. This might really be one of my favorites of yours ever. This is really good. It's a trap. Biscuit, though, I feel like this isn't the first time. I feel this happens to this trooper all the time. This lol stormtrooper. Well, he can't be too sad, Lucian, because he's got M&Ms. I had some M&Ms last night, peanut butter ones, by the way. Anyway, CJ, really great work. Apper Toy. Let me tell you, man. If this is the second one I've had you in here, so I gotta skip it. But I love this one. You did so many great jar shots. I love this shot so much. But I gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. This was so good. So good. Whoa. Super Pufferfish. Here he is. In the chat, don't worry. My goldfish doesn't bite much. That's one heck of a goldfish you got going on there. Where did you get that? Did you win that at a crazy carnival? It might not be a goldfish, my friend. I wanted to do something unique for this challenge. I had a few ideas, but I didn't like them. I was going through I was going through an old toy box of aquatic life, and I found this little anglerfish. That's so cool. And that's when the idea dawned on me. An anglerfish glowing in the dark. This is so cool. And yeah, this is totally different. This is very, very unique and out of the box super pufferfish. And he's not a pufferfish, but he is quite the super fish. Yeah, this is awesome. And so cool. Didn't you use gelatin to get him stuck in there like that? Or am I imagining things? I thought I saw something of you using a gelatin to get him stuck in there. Am I imagining that, Super Pufferfish? Oh, it's from an Animal Planet figure set. That's cool. Well, this is so cool and unique, Pufferfish. And you're putting we're all leveling up this month. Okay, well, I don't know why I was thinking maybe it kind of looks like that. I don't know. Well, it came out great, Pufferfish. Came out great, man. Really, really well done. I'm glad you decided to go with this really different, wacky idea. Really great. Next is from Loki Lowe's Hidden Gems, which I'm pretty sure just popped in the chat. I don't think Traffy is having a good day. Food Avalanche is catching up to him. This is awesome. I decided to use this SH Figure Arts Trafalgar law because of the funny face it brings and helps make everything look chaotic. He does have quite the ridiculous face on this figure. Entry for this month's Sirdork challenge. Can't wait to see everyone. This is great. He's like doing one of those rolling on the jar, woo, moving forward, and then it does look super chaotic with the fruit flying everywhere, about to knock him over. It really does look like this is all happening. So it's kind of a crazy, highly conceptual idea you've got going on, but you executed it in the photo to the point we know what's happening. And that's hard, especially when you got something, crazy idea like this. You did a great job, and the use of this figure was quite great as well. Yeah, and the strong colors too, Nilla. Yeah, I agree. There's Lokilos. This is great. Yeah, you killed it. Really, really killed it. Like, never would I ever think like, yeah, I'm gonna have this guy rolling on a jar and having fruit bouncing everywhere with debris, and then have it work out. Like, that's crazy. So really nice work. Really, really nice work. Well done. And thanks for being here in the chat as well, man. John's Figs and Picks and John Barb Art. My second entry for this month's Sirdork Jar Challenge. And this one I'm quite proud of. A few years ago, I found tiny jars while visiting a family in Australia and had the idea to create Zelda fairies in a jar. Started selling them. I never got around to making many more, but my prototype scaled perfectly with the Jax figure. That is so cool. You were selling these, what, like on Etsy or at like craft shows or something? But it's really cool. And it really does look like it's glowing. I don't know if you took a little light with a snoot and like pointed it right over there, because it looks like it's glowing and emitting light, because you've got some purple light on the rock and on Link's face too. So yeah, this is really cool. Really, really creative. And whatever he's kind of crawling on, it's like the side of a big cave or something. Oh, and there's the stuff. Here we go. Yes, that's exactly what. I see. Wow, great time lapse. Well, all my questions are answered. Yeah, this is awesome. Really great, Johns. Really great. Man, I'm loving all the Zelda shots. Apparently, the new Zelda game is like really amazing. So I'm kind of curious. Maybe I'll grab that after I finish playing Outlaws. Very curious. Anyway, Johns, thank you for sending it in. We got MTK toy photos. Looks like Goku is hungry. By the way, candies are not good for your health, Mr. Goku. So Goku has lifted up this jar to get some candies. I mean, Goku's always hungry. And the jar is like stuck on his head or something. I don't know. And so MTK, I know you took a bunch of shots with this. They all came out great. And Goku getting, I don't know if he's stuck in the jar exactly, but it definitely looks like it. I don't even know what kind of candy this is. But MTK, this came out great. You did a great job. Thank you for sending it in, my friend. Nerf Herder. Dude, come on. I love it. Oh, Lokilos. What figure is that? Hang on, let me. Oh, I think that's the Jack specific one. You can find that at Walmart or Target. This is so good, Nerf Herder. Need a light? This is my entry to the September Sirdork Challenge of Jar. Using the Mezco Toys 112 Superman. This is a wonderful figure, by the way. And he's lighting a pumpkin spice candle. And it looks like this is the first time this candle has been lit. If I'm telling correctly, because the wax is perfectly clean. Those wicks are white still. Oh, that light went off already? Oh well. But the fact that he's lighting the candle and the two eyes like perfectly align with the dual wick, like that is so good. That's so good. And I can also see why my wife chose this picture, because of the pumpkin spice candle. She's a pumpkin spice drinker all year long, like literally the entire year. This is really good. Really love this. The idea of Superman like using his laser vision for stuff like this is just awesome. Just really, really awesome. So Nerf Herder, really, really awesome. Awesome work, man. Absolutely love it. Oh, John's Figs and Picks. We got two of you. So maybe choosing the 108 photos was worth it. This is a great one though, John. Next is from Symbiote Snaps. That's a cool photo. A cool handle. I like Symbiote Snaps. This month's entry for Sirdork Challenge. I'm sorry. Jar being the theme was a bit stuck for ideas until I saw a comic panel of Hulk being cut up, his various body parts being kept in jars. So I've taken inspiration from that to show this sinister shot. Also, use some accessories from the Super Action stuff. Casket of Cruelty. Heck yeah. Super Action stuff is awesome. This is crazy though. So Mr. Sinister has cut off all of these heroes' heads and then put them into jars. Really perfectly sized head jars. Easy. And one of the wolves on the wall is holding onto a brain. This is crazy. I can't believe he was able to cut off Wolverine's head. I'm not surprised about Deadpool's head. But this is crazy. Even got a hand in another jar. Yes, Lucian, this got dark real quick. This is very dark. But E. King is back. This is a great, very sinister shot. Those little jars are quite perfect too. Jeez, they work so well. Which is the guy next to the Red Hulk? Whose head is that? Can't really tell. Can you tell whose head that is? Either way, symbiote snaps. This is a great, really great shot, and it's quite terrifying. This is sinister. I hope somebody is able to. I'm sure Deadpool and Wolverine will be fine, but I don't know about the other guys. Oh yeah, I think that's Cyclops, Snap Boy. Yes, Biscuit. Yeah, Cyclops. Or is it Gambit? No, it does kind of look like Gambit. I don't know, but it's great. It's really great. Symbiote snaps, fantastic work. Alice, my escape. Pikachu, Pichu, I will save you. Stay strong. This is my entry for the Sirdork challenge. How did Pikachu and Pichu get caught in that jar? Was it Team Rocket? Come on, Ash. Just like get up somebody strong that can pick that up. I'm sure Charizard could. Honestly, I'm sure Pikachu could get out himself. You know, I'm sure Pikachu could get out. Just zap that thing out of here. But I mean, any Pokemon shot is gonna make me feel good, and then one in which Pikachu is involved or in need of saving. What are they like in space? I'm looking now. Are they like in space? This is crazy. Either way, Alice, my escape. You put Pikachu and Pichu in a jar for this toy photo, and I kind of like that. Even though, yes, Lucian says Pikachu looks a little pissed. Alice, thank you for sending in the shot and adding some Pokemon into the challenge. We always need more of that. Scale model imaging. That's a great name. The challenge was to include a jar in your pick. So poor Wolverine was the guinea pig. He doesn't seem too impressed either. No, he definitely not. It's almost as if like Rose's lemon and lime jars are actually filled up with lemons and limes that Wolverine slices up. That's what it seems like. Is that what's going on here? Scale model imaging. And you've got a perfectly clean 3 slices on the lime, which is really cool. Very, very cool. And maybe he's making lemon lime aid. Maybe. Here you go, Viraj. Finally, some Wolverine. We've had, well, at least in the last picture there was. But this is great. I also love the frame that you use too. It's so great. Scale model imaging. This is fantastic. And Wolverine was a great guinea pig. Thank you so much for sending that the shot in. Sis X. Here's my entry for the Sirdork challenge. Jar challenge. I filled the jar with liquid hand soap and some glass beads. Grogu is very interested. Yes, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure it's reminding him of, all those eggs that he ate in the beginning of season 2. All those poor innocent little baby frogs that he ate. It kind of looks like that, for sure. Interesting. Did you shake it up? Ah, okay. I see. And so because of that, you were able to get it to be thicker. So then you could turn it over and then they would be stuck in the middle of the jar. I see. That's really smart. That's really smart. And it worked out quite well. Quite well. Sis, you're always super creative, and I'm always just glad that you continue to keep entering your shots into those challenges. Thank you for sending in the shots, sis. Really great. And anything with Grogu, I mean, I'm in. I'm in. Ladande, this photo is so funny. This one got me. When I first saw this, this got me. I was laughing. Meanwhile, in Frieza's hideout, the tussle, Nora's containment unit, has fallen over. Actually, no, it's really not funny. It's actually kind of sad, but it made me laugh. Poor Mr. Freeze, his frozen wife. Something happened to the cryo chamber, and she has fallen out. Now she's gonna die. Batman's probably gonna help. Quick, do another freeze containment jar. Or do you have another freeze containment jar? It's like, Nora. That's so super clever. The fact that like using Mr. Freeze's wife in the cryo jar falling out. That's really like super creative. I never would have thought about doing that. Like that's so super smart. No. Ladande, awesome work. And I think you were the only one that did anything with Mr. Freeze, you know? Yeah, his heart will truly become cold. He's going to be totally unhinged. Totally unhinged. I'm sure he'll be able to freeze her again. He's Mr. Freeze. He's got his stuff. He's fine. Totally fine. Thank you, Ladande. Really great idea. Aussie action figs. This name's Ant-Man. Or sorry, hang on. Let me start over. The name's Ant-Man, and I won't be trapped like a bug in a jar. My contribution to this month's Sirdork challenge. Please enjoy and swipe for a short behind-the-scenes video. Okay, I will do that, Bruce. Let's swipe for a quick behind-the-scenes video. Nice, holding it up like that. Fantastic with the green in there. That was also quite smart. And here he is. There's Bruce trying to catch that Ant-Man. This is great. And I like how Ant-Man's fighting back too. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we can see Ant-Man in a jar or somebody in a jar. And this is really cool. I love seeing him fight back. He's like stronger than you, which is crazy because Bruce is like a really strong guy. Bruce, fantastic idea. Don't usually see you do a lot of like, I don't know. I mean, you have been, but not a whole lot of Marvel stuff. I'm always used to seeing Star Wars, so that's cool. Either way, I'm happy to see anything you put out. Anything you see to put out. Why So Serious? 1985. This shot is just so awesome. Like, this shot is so incredibly good. Wicket the Pooh. And even top it off with that, Wicket the Pooh. My contribution to the Sirdork Jar Challenge. Special thanks to my mom for dressing up Wicket. Swipe for the BTS. Look at him go! Look at Wicket! Just the idea of having Winnie the Pooh, but it's Wicket, and he's got all this honey in these jars, is just absolutely just brilliant. So much honey too. He is all set. Oh bother. Oh bother, yub nub. So, and here's Why So Serious. No, this is great. Why So? Like, this is like really good. Like, ausgezeichnet. And those look like they're really filled up with honey and the light coming in. And the angle you have is like really interesting. I like how it's like really from below. Yeah, so good. Yeah, and it's also really well executed. It is quite golden, Lucian. I agree. This is with an East Coast accent. Wicked smart. Maybe that's more of Boston. That's not just an East Coast accent, Steve. That's more of a Boston. Wicked. Because people from New York, that's more of a Boston. Wicked smart. Sorry, wicked smart. Sorry, I'm mixing them up myself. Wicked smart would be Boston. Wicked smart would be more New York. Anyway, Why So Serious? Awesome. Wicked awesome. West Show over here. Insane concept. It is. It's such a good concept. Next shot is from Ernesto Michelina. This is so good. Mewtwo has fun using some power. Pokemon toy photography. Man, so first of all, is this Nestle a jar or a can? Doesn't matter. Mewtwo is lifting up not only the jar of Nesquik, but the trainer too. The Galar girl trainer, the female trainer from Galar. And this is awesome. Awesome. And this is the that's the Jazzwares Mewtwo, right? Disqualified. No, it's okay. It's great. This is like, I love this shot so much. Man, it's funny because I don't remember seeing this one too. The background is quite great too. I can tell you've got Lego and like some action figures back there, but it all just kind of works. It all just kind of works as the background. Whoa, Antonio exists. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I was in a good mood. Then I saw you were live. Well, Antonio, well, thank you so much for that. That actually really means a lot. But also, happy early birthday. Everybody give Antonio a happy birthday in the chat, please. And make sure we hope that you have a great day tomorrow, Antonio. That's awesome. But Ernesto, I absolutely love this shot. The Nesquik is all over the place. Mewtwo posing, the Galar trainer girl is just awesome. Really love this shot. So, Ernesto, well done. Love it so much. Love it. Love it. Love it. Oh no, the Kaiju nerd who's been here in the chat, I'm pretty sure. That's a weird looking ant. Better spray it. Oh god. My entry to the Sirdork jar challenge. Man, I feel like some ant spray to the face would really do some damage to Ant-Man. I mean, he does have a helmet on. But man, if that stuff gets in your face, that seems pretty poisonous. I mean, it kills ants, but I'm sure it can really do some damage to a person or an ant person for that matter. The fact that you're about to spray him like that is so funny. Like, that is so good. Like, this is really great. The jar hasn't worked, so he's had to move on to spraying the ant and roach spray. That's dark. This is brutal. So brutal. Kaiju Nerd is here. Thank you for sending in the shot, Kaiju Nerd. This is fantastic. So good. That's true. Why? So he's got his mask on, so I think he'll be all right. Plus, he's a superhero. He's good. He's good. Can't wait for the next challenge. We will decide the next challenge together at the end. I can't wait to do that. Can't wait. So yeah, Kaiju Nerd, thank you so much, man. This is great. What a great shot. That Guy 16 title. Don't get captured. Here's my entry to the Sirdork jar challenge. This time around, I wanted to keep things simple. I'm a firm believer that for a great picture, you just need 2 lights and a dream. So that's exactly what I did. It's always fun to do a Hollow Knight shot, and thought the jar challenge would fit and capture the grub. I don't know who Hollow Knight is. I don't. This little grub here is really cute. And you're right, the 2 light sources, great. Sometimes if you're able to do it just one, it gets a really cool effect. But the 2 lights do look great. Oh! Grubs are creatures found trapped in glass jars through Holland West. They can be freed from their jar after the grub father grants a reward for each grub that is saved. Cool. We get a little bit of lore. Oh, look at the cute kitty hanging out with you as you edit. What a great little photo of you editing with the cat. That's so great. I love that. I love that so much. Well, fantastic swipes in there. Hollow Knight is a video game. It seemed like it. Maybe I would recognize him if I looked at his face. I'm going to Google it. Hollow Knight. I Googled him and I still don't recognize him. Well, but now, hey, Root Beer. Thanks for coming in, Root Beer. Well, now I have Hollow Knight on my radar, and I'm excited to, because it looks honestly pretty cool. And this whole grub lore stuff was like actually really fascinating. Oh, there he is right there. Really fascinating to me. That Guy 16, you killed it. This shot looks great, and I love your idea of you just need 2 lights in a dream. I love that. Really love that. Karen Kolsch. This photo might be the most gross. Like, I've never had to think about fish jam before in my life. So Karen Cole says Golem. Sorry, I'm mixing up Pokemon here. Golem is cooking delicious fish jam. Oh, my entry to this month's Sirdork challenge. Fish jam. How gross is that? Oh my god, it sounds so gross, but it's amazing. And it's blue. Why is it blue? Ew. But I'm sure Gollum loves it. Why so loves fish jam? Let him cook. Let him cook. Man, that's crazy. Fish jam. Oh, there's a lot of fish jam. What is that actually? Is it real fish jam? Cool little dio. Oh, I see now. I thought the jar like ended right there. But it definitely seems like something Gollum would do, is make fish jam. He probably sings that fish song that he sings in the movie. Right? Maybe they used slime. Well, and the fish and the stuff, the utensils on the table, man, this is just so great. This is just so great. It looks like blue tack jam. I mean, kind of. It's blue fish jam. Anyway, Karen Kolsch, this is the grossest photo ever, but it's great. And I'm glad that you have done it because it's very original. Fish jam. Love it. Absolutely love it. Game frame photos. This is so awesome. So awesome. Frog hunting at its finest. Here's my submission for the Sirdork Monthly Challenge. Putting them in jars and then cooking them. Right? And if you're not following Game Frame Photos has been putting out incredibly high quality behind the scenes videos for his photos. Like, honestly, I'm sure he probably puts more time into that than the photo itself. It's crazy. But this photo is adorable. The entire setup of the clean green like hill like grass is just awesome, and all the mushrooms around and the frogs in the jar. Like, that was probably hard to pose the frog in the jar like that. And the water, like, come on. Like, this is just crazy. Yeah, like, this is just absolutely beautiful. Game Frame Photos. If you're not following you gotta. And if you love Nintendo, he's just always putting out just quality Nintendo stuff. Mostly Pikmin. So great. Yeah, the water could be a mirror. Yeah, definitely looks like it. But Game Frame, well done again. You have done it again. So super good. So super good. Kevin Collect. Swear jars. I implemented a swear jar, but I did not expect to earn so much in a day. Here's my entry for the Sirdork Photography Challenge. Whenever I shoot, I usually try my best to shoot with realistic backgrounds or dioramas. This is one where a few times I've done actual toy photo with toys interacting with everyday things. Yeah, I mean, sometimes some people really don't like doing that because it's out of scale and it's like, it doesn't feel right. To me, I would so much rather do that. And so I'm glad you did this, even though you don't usually do it. But the swear jar concept is so funny. And so Deadpool's got the most. Wolverine's got plenty in there. But Dick over here has only got a little bit in there. He still has some in there, though. He's definitely donated a few to his swear jar. This is really funny. A swear jar. If anyone's unfamiliar with the concept of a swear jar, to stop you from swearing, every time you swear, you have to put money in the jar. And yeah, so that's the whole point. This is just so funny. Here's the BTS. Ooh, look at all those goodies in the background. And the fact that Wolverine is stepping in his jar lid into the jar is really great. Awesome work, Kevin. This is great. Awesome work. Back alley snapshots. Time to jam. After a long day, these two decided to sneak into the kitchen. Hang on. I'm getting a text from the wife. Gotta make sure. Anyway. After a long day, these two decided to sneak into the kitchen and snag some of April's homemade jam. This is my entry to the Sirdork challenge, jar challenge. And the fact that you're using the sword as the knife to spread the jam is quite amazing. Honestly, like, it's quite amazing. Virage, as long as you submitted your photo into the thing on there, it got put into the running. Honestly, my wife chooses them. My wife chooses them. So yours could be coming up. It could be. It very well could be. But man, that's some very thin jam. Is that homemade jam? It looks kind of thin. It's dripping. It looks good though. It looks like it really is homemade. And I love how Raphael's just like, he's like, doing great, dude. But no, this is fantastic. Oh, there's that little drip. Nice job with the drip. And man, is that striped tablecloth perfect for this photo or what? Whoa, so it is homemade jam from your mother-in-law. That is so cool, Back Alley. That is so cool. I hope she was okay with you using it for a toy photography thing. Back Alley, this is awesome. Really, really awesome. But I was kind of hoping an action figure sword would be used as like a spreading knife. I was kind of hoping that. And there you go. Back Alley, you did it. You did it. Thank you for sending it in. Thanks for being in here. Thank you for being in here. Yes, I do believe these are the NECA ones. I do believe so. It's no fish jam, but it's still yummy. Please don't have your mother-in-law make you fish jam. I mean, if you do, then that's on you guys. But I will not be participating. Cal the Collector. This is my entry for the Sirdork jar challenge. Super fun challenge. Decided to go with this with Superman in an open jar with the container of kryptonite. This is really smart because this Mezco figure comes with all these jars of different kryptonite. And hang on, sorry. And it's using those jars make a lot of sense, right? They make a ton of sense. So that honestly, I don't know why I didn't even think about that. I was like, oh yeah, the figure comes with jars, so it makes perfect sense. And the shot is well done. You got the green light coming on, and the poor kryptonite, but Superman, he's got his way out of this. But that's like honestly, like using an actual action figure accessory that is the jar is fantastic. And I kind of forgot that this figure even came out with, or came with these jars. That's actually really cool. And I remember opening this and I'm being like, I'm probably never going to use this. And here we go. Cal has used it. So awesome. And here's Cal the Collector right here. Thank you, man, for submitting your shot. Came out great. Hi, Mason World. And great idea with using this for the jar. It's really, really great. Next is from Rad Toyologist. Just had this silly sequence in mind where Bebop thinks the jar of shrunken turtles is Rocksteady's missing pickle jar. Yes, I know they're actually jalapenos. Not sure if it comes through in just 1 or 2 pictures, but I did anyway. The monthly Sirdork challenge. Hey, Rocksteady, I found your pickle jar. Tastes funny, though. Tastes funny. Did he actually eat one of them? Man, those tiny little turtles. Is that an actual accessory that comes with these? Those tiny, tiny little turtles? And there's actually the actual jar. He's pointing at it. What are you two idiots doing here? And stop leaving food in my lab. Is that an actual accessory that comes with them? I'm so, like, not familiar with Ninja Turtle stuff. So, like, I don't even... Whenever I see Ninja Turtle stuff in the store, my eyes just go... I don't even care to look at them. But, he's got ice cream, too. I'm looking. Is this an actual... There's mini turtles in the jar? Because that's really cool. Somebody, please. I mean, imagine it is, because it certainly doesn't look fake. It looks very, very real. And I do see the jar of the pickled jalapenos right there. So it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Rad Toyologist. This is a great shot. And love the dialogue bubbles. Love that. Fantastic work, man. Boxing Bunny 21. Skeleton. is ready for some jelly. I hate jelly, but man, is this a fun word to say, jelly. Is that your own dialogue, Boxing Bunny, or is this Skeletor's dialogue? Is he saying that? Well, honestly, I didn't know Skeletor loved jelly so much, and he's just excited to say the word jelly. So, Boxing Bunny, well done. And thank you for setting in the shot. I think Biscuit Dog is also in agreement. Jar Jar from John's. Oh, John's had you in here 3 times. Dang, man. Photographist. This picture made me crack up hard when I saw this. Me so Jar Jar Binks. Oh, I'm not doing my Jar Jar impression. These ain't gonna be messy. You saw thinking you saw people gonna flat. You saw people gonna die. This is my contribution to the Sirdork jar challenge. My plan B was to do is a jar, but decided on doing this instead. Jar Jar Binks is rolling on a jar over all of these stormtroopers, and they're just being flattened. Look at the flat stormtroopers behind him. Oh God, this is amazing. Did you make those flat troopers? Did you just print out paper with them on it, or what? Like, what happened? Is this a real thing to all my Lego minifig people? Are those real like flat things you can buy? Because they maybe they are paper, but this is just so brilliant. And wow, you've got a lot of those stormtroopers. And look, one of them is mid being squished as we speak. The green on screen. That's the best thing I've ever seen. Honestly, this is so good. Photographist, like this idea is just so good. Oh yeah, Zealous, maybe they're stickers. Okay. Man, this is just Draco says, Stormtrooper, why am I hearing the Indiana Jones theme? I mean, very similar to a giant boulder, I suppose. If you just use Jar Jar, you don't need to use jar for the challenge. Well, yes, you would, because you have to use a jar. Anyway, Photographist, this is awesome. And the chat, I just watched the chat like blow up when this photo came up because this is just so funny. So Photographist, really, really awesome. Seriously, so awesome. Oh no! Hang on. All right, let me make sure I don't spoil anything. And here we go. Free Fall Productions. This is for the jar challenge. There we go. This is for the jar challenge. And we've got all these action figures. Are they like fighting over who gets the jar? Guys, it's a big jar. There's plenty enough for everyone. You guys could not finish a jar of peanut butter the size of yourself. So they need to stop fighting. So the Free Fall Productions, thank you for sending in the shot. I'm glad you submitted it. Don't forget next time to put in the hashtag. You still tagged me in it, so I saw it, but make sure to put in the hashtag. It's very important. But Free Fall, well done. Oh, they're trying to open it. That makes so much more sense. It's teamwork. Wow. I totally missed that. Thank you guys. I totally missed that. I like that so much more. That's awesome. Free Fall. I love it. And gotta love the great value creamy peanut butter. Gotta love it. Next is from photos by Roberto Quinn. It's pumpkin spice time. It is quite pumpkin spice time. This is my Sirdork challenge. Got the idea from seeing a pumpkin spice candle, and who best to use the pumpkin king than the pumpkin king, Jack Skellington. All shot practical. Use my Ulanzi fog machine for the effect. This is so cool. The smoke coming up and is also orange. It used a pumpkin spice candle. You've got Zero in the background, and his house in the background too. I'm not sure if that's practical or it is. Wow. Wow, all of this must have taken a long time to set this up. Draco, you're right. This is extremely spooktacular. extremely. And look how it came out. Awesome. This looks like it could be like a poster, doesn't it? So good, Roberto. So good. Thank you for sending it the shot in. You always kill it, man. You always kill it. And we got OFP Marine. It's been a minute, but I finally took a photo for the Sirdork jar challenge. His page was a huge inspiration for my toy photography, and the challenges get my creative juices flowing. Go check out his page. Hey, well, thank you so much, OFP. This is great. I love the way, like, the jar is really well lit, but it's like I don't know how to explain it. The way you lit this, like, you can see everything quite fine, and it's not the main source of lighting in the photo, but it is like a huge lit, like, eye drawing point for the photo. You know, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it looks great. And this little, I don't know who this guy is, but man, he is super crisp and clean. He is incredibly clean in this shot. But I hope he does not get that open, or he's going to have something popping out of his chest, and that's not going to be great. Yeah, I agree. This is a clean shot. Super clean. So incredibly clean. OFP Marine, I'm glad you are back, man. It's been a minute, like you said, and it's clean. I hope you're taking some more shots soon. Always love to see more. It is a G.I. Joe classified guy. I thought so. Those figures always look really good. Oh no, a follow-up with it opened. Jeez, that's not gonna be good. Well, anyway, OFP, I'm looking forward to it, man. Thank you for sending it in, and thanks for being here in the chat. You've been here like since the entire time for the past 2.5 hours. We're going on 2.5, guys. Black Pear Studios. My submission to the Sirdork Jar Challenge. I had a fun time hot gluing the fence and table for this shot. I'm starting to get an itch for building dioramas. And this was a great opportunity to start small. Thanks, Jared, for another fun challenge. I love this. My submission for the Sirdork Jar Challenge. I just almost read it a second time. So we've got Link packaging up all this milk. He's probably going to use it to make, or you can trade it in to get cheese at the Hatino village, right? Is that how, or is it the other way around? This is a really nice little thing. That little fence you made back there is awesome. And look at the little plush cow you put back there. That is so great. And a little moo sign. This is a really cool little setup, Black Pear. This is a really cool little setup. And you used hot glue. Oh no, what did you use? I'm curious of what you filled up the jars with. Maybe you actually filled them up with milk. Yeah, this is great. And honestly, this reminds me of being in Hatino Village and Tears of the Kingdom, which anytime I go into that village in that game, the music gives me the craziest goosebumps. I don't know what it is about the music in that village, but it hits me. And I'm not even a big Zelda person, but that music hits me hard. Hey, League! Hi, everyone. Popping in to say hello and congratulations to everyone who made it to the stream tonight. I'll catch the replay. Thank you, League. Always appreciate you so much. But yeah, Dave, Black Pear, this shot is awesome. Shot is so awesome. Tony Raya. It may be fall, but it's still hot in Texas. It was 65 degrees this morning, so I threw on a light jacket this morning and pretended it was breezy. Hope you enjoy the Sirdork jar submission. Honestly, here, I'm going to move myself out of the way here. Honestly, I don't know what the heck's going on. We've got a very tall and thin Krillin over here with very nicely dressed. And he's looking at Zazu from Lion King, and he's on a jar. So what is going on here? What is happening? And spooky season is approaching. Is this spooky? I mean, if the fact that I don't think I'm supposed to know what's going on, but it's a beautiful shot. The lighting is great, and having that, taking a shot underneath leaves and stuff and trees in the middle of the day when the light's peeking through all of that is always really great. Looks like the Fruit Loops guy. No, that's Zazu, not Toucan San. But Tony Raya is great, and the figure head swap is pretty great. I've never seen Krillin looking so good. Looks great. Tony Raya, well done. Thank you for sending it in. And here's Draco Zingora, who's been here in the chat this whole time. This is my entry to the Sirdork Jar Challenge. Hang on. For this month, I've had 2 ideas, but they would have taken me longer. Hey, Venom. Even in the 41st millennium, this flawed space marine of the Blood Angels chapter found a new friend who is as flawed as he is. I tried to get my cat in on the action. Hey, Venom. There's some cat talk over here. He's kind of walking around my feet right now. I tried to get my cat in action. He was being uncooperative. Yeah, they usually are. The Chaos Gods have a hold of him. Just what I need to get my mind away from worrying about my dad being in the hospital. Well, Draco, I'm sorry to hear about your dad in the hospital, man. I hope he's doing all right. We'll send him all the love that we can, man. But I love how I mean, I know nothing about Warhammer, but I love the Space Marine feeding the little dinosaur guy some cat treats, and I hope the your cat doesn't get mad that the little dinosaur guy's having some of his treats. You tried to get him involved, but he wasn't having it. So anyway, Draco, thank you for always being here. Always comment. I feel like you comment on every single photo I take, man. I appreciate that so much. And I hope your dad feels better. All our thoughts and prayers for him. Hope he feels better. He'll be home on Monday. There's Draco. That's great to hear, man. That's so great to hear. And great job with the shot. Thank you for being in here. Next is from Filmer. Giyu is now water. This is my submission for this month's Sirdork challenge. Shinobu has mistaken Giyu for water. I had some sort of idea when I wanted to do this, but this theme was still a challenge for me. I knew I had to be serious. I knew it had to be funny and kind of mean to really express how Shinobu is. These are 2 fantastic characters in Demon Slayer, which I'm a little bit behind on, I think, like a whole season or something. I don't know. It's a really fantastic show. But the fact that you've got the Sharpie in the photo, in the Post-it notes, like I love all of those little details that like help tell the story of, oh, she used these Post-its and this marker to write this on him. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. Even though I don't know if I really get the water joke. Maybe I'm just not the best Demon Slayer guy, but it doesn't matter. I love the shot. It's really great work. Filmer and Sanjivan, I'm glad you were able to squeeze this one in and last month's challenge recently. So you're always doing great, man, and I appreciate you so much. Hope things are going well with you, dude. Resin Ain't Evil. My entry to the Sirdork Jar Challenge with sentry drones standing guard. Wall Tor, the Mad, is in stasis for crimes that cannot be disclosed to the public. This is crazy. Jar used is a glass bamboo lid pasta jar. Cool. I designed and printed the sentry drones and also the cryo chamber parts. Wow, cool. You printed all that stuff. That is so cool. And he's floating so perfectly in there. This is awesome. Yeah, this is really well done. Is this figure a yes, Cosmic Legions. Okay. I thought so. But wow, the fact that you printed all that stuff, it looks like it matches the diorama. Is this that ubiquitous one from Big Bad Toy Store? So yes, still going. Still going. Hey, I used to do these challenges for like 5 hours when there was no limit, and now I'm better at time management. And so like but anyway, this is a great Resin Ain't Evil. This is really cool. I love how he's perfectly floating in the right spot. I mean, I'm sure you probably have something hanging to help that, but it's perfect. Super well done. No, the green, I don't have a set time. I just, until we get to 100. That's why I had to set 100 as the limit. But I think we're nearing the end. I think we're around 90 or something right now, or something like that. Resident Evil. Oh, Resin Ain't Evil, like Resident Evil, but Resin Ain't Evil. And he probably uses resin to print these. Ah, I see. Biscuit Dog, so there were 108, yes, but there are a few I had to skip because that person had already had a thing, so it's kind of like at 100. So, Resident Evil, awesome work. Boots Force, my entry to the Sirdork monthly challenge competition. Leonardo has brought some presents for you, and I suggest you take, for your sake, to graciously accept them. The Frankenstein. Honestly, he doesn't even like. I know that these are Ninja Turtles mashup with Universal Monster NECA figures, but he doesn't. In my opinion, he looks more like Igor. Like he should be listening to Frankenstein's commands. Like, yes, master. Here are my jarred plants and things. Doesn't he look more like Igor? But so we've got a snake skin in one jar, some bugs, a rose, all kinds of stuff. Easy. This is awesome. Honestly, like I love this because like it's such a gentle little monster kind of guy, and he's got all these nice things he's presenting to you. But oh wait, it is Igor. Oh. So wait, is this NECA figure a mix of Leonardo and Igor, or a mix of Leonardo and Frankenstein monster? I thought maybe I'm just. It is Igor. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I was right. Hunchback Leo. Oh, this isn't one of the Universal Monster mixtures? Right, there is that other Frankenstein one. Oh, it's the. Oh, wow. I'm just getting everything wrong. I'm just going everything wrong. David, I've thought about doing that, going through the numbers, but that would just be too much for me to keep track of, and I would get distracted and I would screw it up. Knowing me, it's weird, like being live and trying to time manage and do all this stuff all at the same time. So much of my brain is occupied, and I can't focus on anything. It's like I don't know why that is the way that is. That's why I'm always forgetting everything. Like, who is this person? Anyway, it's the Hunchback. I didn't even know. I thought it was the Frankenstein one. Anyway, Boots Force, the shot is great, and I'm sorry I went a little bit tangential on that, but the shot is fantastic, and I appreciate you sending it in, Hoots Force. And I think it's the first one you sent in because I don't recognize your name, so I'm happy to see you. Thank you so much. Strange Spidey Supreme, Nueva Foto de Minifiguras. So it's a new photo of minifigures. All right, see, I can speak Spanish. Great. Oh, and Hoots Force is here. Thank you. First, I've made it in the video. Well, Hoots Force, awesome work. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Zoe, have a great night. See you later. This is cool. Look at the little scuba diver guys in the jar of water as everybody else is watching. And this is actually kind of making me feel a little bit nostalgic because as a kid, I was hugely into Lego. Like I was like, at least for a certain point in my life, like for a good, I don't know, few years, I was completely obsessed with Lego. And I just seeing the guys in the water and seeing the helmets and the flippers on the feet are like totally bringing me back to that, and that's just so incredibly awesome. But I love the fact they're just swimming around, and the fact that you got them to sink and not float is very impressive. So strange Spidey Supreme. Thank you for sending in the shot. It's really great. It's really great. Yeah, so great. It's making me feel super nostalgic. Lego in the 90s was a different beast back before licensed sets. Yeah, it's true. It really was like there were. Yeah, I don't think there was any licensed stuff because I remember I had like an Indiana Jones one, but it wasn't Indiana Jones, and there was no Lego Star Wars because I would have been totally up to that. Hang on, gotta text the wife back. Isn't this? Sorry. It's true. Yeah, it was all just. I mean, the license stuff is great, but and Lego is just a freaking empire. They're just so incredibly successful. It's crazy. It's crazy. First Star Wars set was 1999. All right, that makes sense. At least from what I'm thinking of, because I didn't have. I would have been all over the Star Wars during my Lego phase. I think it was after. Anywho, Jedi Groot pool. Jedi Groot pool. Well, this is cool. We are Venom. Hey. Cat's name is Venom. Anyway, entry for the Sirdork jar. Had a ton of fun with this. This is cool. Like, this little jar is awesome. Is this jar a an accessory with an action figure, like with this hot toy, or what? Because it's really cool and it works quite perfectly. Obviously, it's a jar. Venom Groot scares me. He's supposed to be not. I mean, he's cute and vicious all at the same time. But yeah, this little symbiote jar is really cool. All this black stuff inside is awesome, and it's so perfect for this challenge. And Groot is like opening it up. This is great, Jedi Groot pool. It is quite great. Speaking of something Groot pool and Venom, Target just put out the Venom pool figure, Marvel Legends, which I bought. So I'm definitely going to do a video on that. Really cool. Pie, yo. Anyway, Jedi Groot pool. Really love the shot. I want to know more about that jar. Gotta know more about that jar. Alice toy chest. Curiouser and curiouser Sirdork jar. Drink me, and she has shrunk. This is so good. She clearly drank it, and look how small she is now. So good. Which is this a Super 7, Alice? I didn't realize there were soft goods in there. That actually makes me like the figure a lot more. But Super 7's cool, but man, they're a little pricey. And Drink Me, this is like another thing that you would think like, wow, this is such a perfect way to use the jar challenge. But I think you were the only one that did this, Alice Toy Chest. So yeah, it's so great. She fell for the oldest trick in the book. Yeah, this is great, Alice. Really brilliant way to use this in the challenge. Really, really brilliant. Thank you so much for sending in this shot and giving us a super unique and awesome photo. Dave Bot. Dave, are you still here? Power gets trapped in a jar for trying to steal my sandwich for my entry for the Sirdork jar challenge. No powers were harmed in the making of this. She's probably going wild in there. She is quite a wild character. Here's Dave. She's gonna get out of there for sure. And yeah, I'm sure I would have been pissed too if someone was trying to steal my sandwich. Like, man, sandwich sounds quite good right now too. Yeah, this is adorable, and Powers is a great character, and just like trapping her in a jar is really funny. Whoa, this is like a whole. Oh, what? You went all out with this. This is amazing. Good thing I decided to swipe. Jeez. That is so cool. You went all out for this, Dave. This is I have never seen like a little, it's almost like a comic strip video kind of thing. This is awesome, Dave. Like, really cool. I'm really impressed. That's so awesome. It's like doing like the whole comic panel toy photography thing, but doing it in like a progressive video form. That's really cool. Really, really cool. I'm sure there's some probably great sound on it, but I don't want to play because I don't want to get demonetized. That did happen to me on a stream once. So, Dave, great shot. Thank you for sending it in. And thanks for being a part of the challenge. Thanks for being in the chat too, man. Next is from Biscuit Dog 3 200, who's been over here in the chat going crazy for a while, and his photo is pretty crazy. The applesauce clones for Sirdork's jar challenge. Look at all those clones of applesauce. Like, Biscuit Dog, do you typically make this many jars of applesauce? Like, that's a lot of jars. Here we go. Biscuit Dog, he's ready to explain. None of the applesauce jars were copied and pasted. They're all actually next to each other. And there is more that Instagram square format couldn't fit in. So do you like work at an orchard, or like are you just like you love to make applesauce fresh, or what? Pufferfish. Begun. The Clone Wars hand. Begun. The Sauce Wars hand. Yes. I need to work on that. I feel like I could do it if I gotta work on that. Oh, but your aunt does. Well, the fact that you were able to come up with the idea of a clone trooper with a bunch of clones of applesauce is pretty brilliant. I'm not gonna lie. This is awesome. So, really great idea. Clones of applesauce. Awesome. Biscuit Dog, you are the man. Dog. My fashion smart. What a beautiful jump shot. And then boom, it's in. This kind of took me a while to perfect with a little help from Toich. Oh, a friend of Toich. So he's about to slam dunk. He's going. Oh, now he's just floating. Oh, and there's the splash. Nice. What is he slam dunking in there? Okay. Holding him up like that. My fashion smart. Well, that is awesome. And the fact that you and Toich work together on it is awesome. And he's slam dunking looks like a piece of paper. And now he's just floating. This is crazy. Does this Fortnite guy typically fly or what? I mean, who knows what happens in Fortnite? I'm just totally unfamiliar. But this is awesome. My fashion smart. Well done. Great shot. And the splashes and everything came out great. You did a great job. And there's Toich over there. Boom shakalaka. Great shot. Oh, MTK. Got a double of yours. I've got a jar of dirt. Gotta skip this one. I know we got one of yours in here already. Zero Photography 78 with, is this a jar or is this a can? Zero. I don't know if that's acceptable. Just kidding. You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. Classic line. And he is quite about to get nuts in a can of fried almonds. That's interesting. I don't know. At least over here where I am, I don't think in the US at least. There's the challenge information. Nuts, like most of the nuts that are sold are fried, but they aren't labeled as fried. It just seems weird. I see fried almonds. I'm like, that sounds weird. But I'm like, no, most almonds and things aren't fried or baked. I don't know. But you mixing the line of you want to get nuts, let's get nuts, and dropping Joker into a jar of nuts is kind of brilliant. Like, that's awesome. And like, I love the concept of taking a line and turning it into a pun. And I don't know, it's just great. So Zero, really, really awesome work. And the fact that you used a can of nuts, I will forgive you. Thank you for sending it in. Toy photos by Bo. My entry for the Sirdork challenge, Zombie Captain America. He's crawling out of the ground, but it's not the actual ground. It's just ground coffee, right? That's what it is. Ground coffee beans. And it's kind of cool too, because the coffee grounds kind of look like dirt, like he's crawling out of a grave. The zombie, it's kind of cool actually. Excuse me. So that's actually really cool. I don't know if that's what you were going for specifically, Bo, but I love it, and I think it came out great. Cap didn't get enough sleep, it seems. But Yeah, this is really great. Toy photos by Bo. Well done. Thank you for sending it in. Patrick, yo, what is good? You are good, my friend. Steve Bandit's photo. Seems like you're in quite the pickle, old chum. Took a shot of the Sirdork jar challenge with some prime time shenanigans. Who do you think would have won this good Aquaman in the 60s? Paul Newman, Charlton Heston, or Rick Dalton? Look at Aquaman back there in the jar, the pickle jar, in the water. That's so funny. He's just chilling. Is Aquaman in there by choice? No. It must be that Black Manta put him in there. Which is weird, because wouldn't Aquaman be most powerful in there because he's in the water and he'd be able to break out? He'd be more powerful in that jar than he would be out of the jar. Right? I don't know. Patrick, next Justice League movie is looking sick. That's so great. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But this is great. Steve Bandit. I just love seeing Aquaman in the pickle jar. Is actually really hilarious. He's just helplessly standing in there watching as they fight. Awesome. Steve Bandit, really, really great work. Definitely making me laugh on that one. Krieg toy photography. What a nice, beautiful picture. Indiana sits atop his greatest archaeological find. I'm from Tennessee, so I had to make a moonshine reference for the Sirdork Jar Challenge. However, it's just water and peach. Oh, Tennessee moonshine. I've never tried moonshine before. Honestly, I don't think I want to. Hey, Toxin. I don't know if you can hear him, but I've never had moonshine before, and I feel like I would hate it. I'm definitely not the drinking type. The taste of alcohol is not nice for me, and I feel like that's all moonshine is going to taste like, right? I don't know. But I love the just like outside like warmth of this photo, and the light is just, it's quite nice. I like it a lot. And Indy's just like, and this is the Indy with the tie too, right? Last Crusade, right? But I don't know. Krieg toy photography. I love this, and I hope your yes, Last Crusade. I hope so. Moonshine tastes like licorice. Really? I was just imagining it tasted just like straight up rubbing alcohol. Try some apple pie moonshine. All right. If someone has some, I will try it. But I'm never going out of my way to do it. Anyway, Krieg, I love the shot, and I hope you enjoy your Tennessee moonshine in the summer. Well, actually, summer's done in the fall. Thank you, Krieg. Next is from Fallen Schleich. My photo for the Sirdork Jar Challenge. I've never taken these kinds of photos. It was so much fun. By the way, the jam I used is water and some acrylic paint. Well, this is quite the color-wise, aesthetically pleasing photo. Like the red and the girl with the pink hair. I don't know who this girl is at all. I have no idea. But she's kind of like posed perfectly to be just like chilling on the strawberry jam jar, which it seems like you made you just got a jar, put a sticker on it, and then put the water in there, which is really smart. And it worked perfectly for the photo. And she's got some nerds and some Japanese soda behind her. Nice. This is awesome. I think it was Fallen Schleich. I'm glad you did something different. You know, you're not usually taking these types of photos, but I'm glad you gave it a shot. Came out great. And thanks for sending it in. Thank you for sending it in. Oh, Abisai. This shot I love this shot. I don't know what the heck's happening in it. From Abisai Photography. Something spooky for Sirdork Jar Challenge. I've been wanting to do something with this Nendoroid 6 from the time Little Nightmares game for a while. Love the spooky season. So maybe if I was familiar with the Little Nightmares game, this would make more sense to me. But it is really spooky. And the hand above, you can see it, is also very creepy. And just like the character design, even though it's a cute little Nendoroid, it's kind of spooky. And the lighting is spooky. It's all just like spooky. Even though I don't know what's happening, it's still spooky to me. So like just the way you set up and taken your photo has given the spooky vibes, because like, you put a skeleton and a ghost in a picture, it's still going to be spooky no matter what. But hey, if you don't have those things, you just make it spooky. It's spooky, right, Billa, right. But Abisai, fantastic work, and thank you for sending it in. Like, this is definitely a spooky shot for sure. Next is from Glarefo. Man, look at this photo. This photo is awesome. Glarefo always is putting out these really creative and funny Masters of the Universe shots in his photos. So this looks like, is that a Mondo 1/6 scale Skeletor? And then those tiny little, I don't know what those are called. Those tiny little Masters of the Universe figures that come in the world's smallest, I think, right? And he's holding them and dropping them into a jar. It's so cool. It's almost like fever dreamish. You know what I mean? Like, this is awesome. Alex, yes, absolutely. And this shot is exceptionally awesome. Like, this is so good. The lighting and the setup and the framing and everything is so perfectly in focus. Like, this is a professionally done shot. Like, this is so awesome. Like really awesome. So Glarefo, you always do this. You always that's what I was gonna say. Mega blocks. Yes, I don't know if they are mega blocks because they do look like the little Halo versions. I think these are the world's smallest ones because you can buy those little ones. Could be. I'm not sure. But no, this is just like super awesome. Everything about this shot is great. Glarefo, really super mega well done. Next is from CPT Captain X. When you get caught sneaking a snack before dinner, swipe for an alternate shot and look at behind the scenes. So I love this shot. So it's cute. It's very Grogu-esque. It's something he would definitely do. But it's funny, it's because the face hugger typically would go and typically a facehugger would, latch on and take somebody out. But with Grogu, I feel like the facehugger would try to latch onto him, and Grogu would just end up eating him and swallowing him, and then that would be it. Which is like so funny to think of. Oh, okay. So Grogu we never know if he was actually eating it or not. So I guess we'll never know what happened. But that's totally what happened. Grogu's probably gonna eat the whole thing and swallow him up like he eats those frogs. Captain X, this is great. A really fun idea for a crossover with Grogu wanting to eat the face hugger. Like, that's a really kind of perfect crossover. Like, they narratively work so well together. Captain X, really, really great work. Man, I saw this photo and I just giggled. Like, I love this. Like, what the heck? Get me out of here. My submission for Sirdork Jar Challenge. So somebody took the creature of the Black Lagoon and he stopped, terrorizing people because someone put him in a jar and put him in the desert. Or is it on the beach? It looks more like the beach than the desert. But just like this picture just made me laugh so much. It's like, what the heck? And I don't think he's going to be terrorizing people anymore. At least he's safe in water. But so funny. So creative. Like, what a crazy thought. Like, I'm going to put the creature of the Black Lagoon in a jar and put him in the sand. Just like, I don't know. This is from Mini Lizzie Nerd. So Mini Lizzie Nerd, this is hilarious and really great. So please, you deserve credit for this one. This is really, really great. Absolutely love this shot. Thank you so much for sending this in. This is really hilarious. And then, Lucian. We had a couple of yours, didn't we? Yeah, I gotta skip yours again. Even though I love this shot of yours, Lucian. I really do love this shot. Deadpool and Wolverine by Dork Vader. Deadpool is in quite the pickle. This is my submission for the Sirdork challenge. I originally was gonna have Jar Jar in the jar, but I figured 90% of the photos for this month challenge are probably already gonna have Jar Jar. Hey, I mean that's not a bad point, and to be honest, there wasn't that many Jar Jars. But the Deadpool and Wolverine is really funny, and actually I think it works really well just with the dynamic they have already, and plus it's these two are hot right now, you know. And it almost looks like Deadpool is okay in there, and he's kind of like, right? But Wolverine is cracking up, pointing at him. This is really good. This is awesome. Dork Vader, this is great, and this is definitely making, I think, most people laugh quite a bit when they look at this shot, for sure. Definitely did that, had that effect on me, for sure. And next is from Kar Ymir. Shinzo Wo Sasageyo. This is my submission for Sirdork Challenge. In the photo, you can see Erwin fighting to keep a Titan from trapping him in a jar of jam. This must be one of the 9 Titans, because that's a pretty smart thing for a Titan to do. But man, Erwin, what a hero! What a hero! Very, I don't know. What a very heroic. And man, there was so much he didn't even know about. He never learned about. Man, if you've never watched Attack on Titan all the way through, oh my gosh, do that and pay attention, because that is the craziest show. The writing is, anytime I talk about it, it's probably the most highly conceptual thing anyone's ever thought of. It's just like, who thought of all this? It's crazy. Anyway, Kar Ymir, this is a great shot, and I love the idea of us being Titans. You know, like we're the big people compared to the action figures. Like that's just like a really great like idea for a photo, you know. Unpunched card. Do it, man. Start from scratch and go all the way to the end. And then but like just think after like season 3, buckle up. Crazy. Anyway, Kar Ymir, awesome shot. Really, really awesome. Thank you for sending it in. And then next we've got 501st. Actually, 501st, I am sorry, dude. This should have been in the Dork Masters. I remember adding this in, and this should have been in the Dork Masters. I gotta stop screwing that up. But I find your lack of dill disturbing. For the Sirdork Challenge, Sirdork Jar. And we've got Darth Vader over there. Is that the, that looks like a hot toy. The, lightsabers all lit up and everything, and he's lifting up a whole jar. And those look like some spicy pickles. There's some pepper stuff going on in there. Those look really good, really good. But 501st, this is great, and I find your lack of dill disturbing. I mean, come on, that's brilliant. I have a poster hanging up upstairs from a Star Wars edition of mac and cheese, where they would come with a poster and it says, "I find your lack of cheese disturbing." It's great. It's one of my most prized possessions, and it's framed. 501st, man, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for sending in the shot. Sorry I didn't have you in earlier in the beginning, but I appreciate you so much, man. Absolutely love the shot. And that is the last shot. The last Sirdork Jar photo. Thank you so much to everyone who joined, who's in the live chat. If your photo did not get on, I'm sorry, but please don't feel discouraged. Do it again next month for this challenge coming up, and you'll get on. You will definitely get on. Definitely want to make sure everyone gets on at some point, for sure. Everyone did great. Everybody did great. Apertoy. Can we start over? Yeah, let's just start from the beginning and do them all again. All right. Comic Dad. Oh, that's true. What the heck? That's crazy, man. Well, dude, I appreciate you being in here the whole time, man. But seriously, your jar shot was great this time. So, we are tasked, or I'm going to task everyone to help me come up with a theme, because I don't have a theme. This is usually where I would say next month is this, So we're gonna come up with one right now. What do you guys think? Come up with one. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just say throw in ideas for themes in the chat, and I will take the top like 4 that I like. Can I? Well, let's see. How much can I do with a pose or a poll? Okay, I can only do 4. 4 options. So, and remember the way for the themes that I will usually try to pick, they have to be accessible to everyone. I don't want there to be a theme that somebody can't do because, like because of where they live or something like that. Everybody can join in on. It also has to be something totally out of the box, like something that makes it think, oh, I wouldn't usually do this, so I guess I got to do this, something crazy like that. So, bread bag, all right. Haunted. It's actually kind of cool. Ooh, cover, like a comic movie poster. Ooh, technology. I kind of like technology. Sirdork technology. Bubble bath. Super pufferfish. I like the cookie challenge. Bones, vehicles, space. Oh my god, why did I do this? This is gonna be really hard. Disney. I usually won't do a specific property. Like, I'll stay away from that because, like, if someone's not a fan of Disney, then they're not gonna be able to do it. Rock. Actually, that's not a bad idea too. Sirdork rock. Okay. Vegetarian. Sirdork veggie. I think it would be cool to add in some type of, because I've never done Sirdork spooky before. We've done Sirdork candy, so that spooky is pretty good. All right, we'll maybe some cheese. Oh, that's a good one too. Unpunched. There's so many good ones. Custom figures. Unsettling. Woods. Mirror. That's pretty good too. Toy. Book. Cereal box. Tech. I think I like technology. Ooh. Super pufferfish. Pumpkin. I like that a lot. Sirdork pumpkin. Because there's so many things you could do with pumpkin. Pumpkin spice. An actual pumpkin. Pumpkin pie. I like that. Pumpkin. I'm going to put pumpkin in there. I like that. Like carving a jack-o'-lantern. Ooh, chaos. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. A lot of people are liking technology. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Woods. That's kind of cool. Like, I think, Jeremy, you had that in there too. Old toy. That's kind of a cool one too, Tanner. Angelique says, hypothetically, if you pick cold as a theme, even though I'm in Florida, I can really think. That's true. That stuff like that can always be trick or treat. We did the candy one was kind of trick or treat. That was a long time ago though. Opposites. Sirdork opposites. Sean, I like that. I'm gonna put opposites in there. That's cool. Sirdork opposite. That's cool. I like that a lot. That's a cool theme. Sirdork and a fork. Mile High, is that what you said too? Cork and a fork. Why not Halloween? Because Halloween is the reason why I don't want to just do spooky or Halloween, because everybody's going to be taking Halloween pictures anyway. So that doesn't make this challenge seem very like, it's like, oh, I might as well just stick this in the Sirdork challenge. I want this to be like, you have to think of something weird. You know what I mean? All right, I need one more. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yeah, that's a good theme. Reflection. Apertoy, we did Reflection a couple months ago, actually. I like the vegetable idea, too. Sirdork music. I think I like crossover, too. But I've seen that theme go around a lot of times in other collabs and stuff. So, Sirdork Moon. I haven't put the poll in yet. I'm waiting. Once I have the 4th option in there, then I'll put it in there. So vegetables. All right. Sirdork vegetable. We did do fruit. Okay, you know what? That seems to be a very Dave, we did ice before. What's that mean? Opposite? Could mean anything. Could mean anything. I think I'm gonna go with vegetables because that seems to be very all right. A lot of people seem to be on board with vegetables. All right, technology, pumpkin. All right. October theme. Here we go. The poll is in the live chat right now, or it'll probably show up in like 2 seconds for you guys. Pumpkin is I think a pumpkin is a gourd, right? Which is a pumpkin a vegetable or a fruit? I think a pumpkin is a gourd, which doesn't. Sirdork after dark. Oh boy, I don't want to know what kind of submissions we would get for that, even though that does sound fun. Is a pumpkin a gourd or what? All right, what we have to find out. Is a pumpkin a vegetable? It is a fruit. A pumpkin, from botanist perspective, is a fruit because it's a product of seed-bearing structure. All right. Well, I thought it was a gourd. I guess I was wrong there. All right. Whoa, pumpkin seems to be winning by quite the landslide. After dark for February? Is February like an after dark kind of month? Oh, like Valentine's Day. Okay, I see. Pumpkin seems to be taking it. Technology's not terribly far behind, but opposites and vegetables are not really. It seems like and I like pumpkin too because it's still keeping the seasonal kind of theme. Like I like keeping to that theme, but like not just doing spooky Halloween. Even though one time we did holiday for Christmas and stuff like November one time I did Sirdork family because like for Thanksgiving you meet with family, stuff like that. Bonus bragging points if you incorporate all four. Hey, if you do, I'll go for it. Technology, pumpkin, opposites, vegetables. So if you got a pumpkin robot that was eating a bunch of celery, but also was, I don't know. All right. I'll give it another 30 seconds for the poll. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna change. Jared, do me a solid. All right, Joe, what's your solid first? What is your solid? What do you need? Terminator pumpkin? I mean, that would mix the technology one, that's for sure. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Second place? We'll see. I do like the technology theme. All right, poll is ending. Sirdork pumpkin has won. I can unpin that pinned message. All right, and here we go. The winner is not Sirdork Jar. Sorry about that. That was from last month. Sirdork pumpkin. Here we go. We have decided. I did say it already. Can you do me a favor and just say Sirdork cork and a fork? Well, we're doing Sirdork pumpkin. That's the pumpkin theme. So that can mean any way you can fit pumpkin. A jack-o'-lantern, pumpkin spice coffee, pumpkin spice Oreos, pumpkin pie. Or you could have somebody calling them pumpkin. I love you, pumpkin. This is good. My wife's going to love this when I tell her pumpkin. All right. Well, everyone, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much again for everything. Sticking around 3 hours. Holy crap. That's crazy. But I appreciate all of you so much for watching. And all of this, if you're watching this later on, still appreciate you so much. Thanks for being here. and have a wonderful weekend. I do have a video, as usual, coming up on Sunday. Godzilla and Mothra. It's going to be great. Hopefully. So, have a wonderful night, and see you later, everybody. I'm going to go make myself some dinner. See you later.